Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, and I hope you're having a very pleasant um, early June weekend. Yes, it is June already. Okay, and June 2023, which means that the summer solstice is towards the end of this month, the first day of summer, the longest day of the year. You would think that the longest day of the year would be like the middle of summer, but no. So I hope everyone is having a pleasant, safe summer. The lazy, crazy, hazy days of summer. Hot fun in the summertime, like the songs go. Hot fun in the summertime. Remember that? Good old song. We got a greeting from Ronnie S. of Clearwater, Florida. Yes, greetings, fellow Americans. Greetings, fellow humanoids. May God help you all. I hope you are well, Ronnie S. And I am broadcasting live stream from a company called Restream, a newly discovered company that I like a lot better than the other company, StreamYard. I definitely like it a lot better. There are specific pluses, benefits to having Restream. Believe me. I don't want to go into detail, but it definitely offers more. And I like the color. I made a little adjustment to the scrolling marquee at the bottom. Okay, now let me go on to the first topic. This is interesting. Well, before I go on to the first topic, I just want to make, I want to talk about something. I mean, I'm an animal lover, just like multitudes of people out there are animal lovers. And yes, restream, correct. But let me, okay, before I go to the first topic, I want to talk about very adorable, cute wild animals called the giant pandas. They're from Sichuan province, China. They feed primarily on bamboo and young bamboo and bamboo shoots, and they're extremely intelligent. I've seen performances, sort of like circus performances with giant pandas by Asian people, and they do amazing things. They are really very smart animals. And as a as a gesture of goodwill, they they lend and or gift pandas to certain zoos, specific zoos throughout the world. Now, the pandas in Europe, like Scandinavian countries, anywhere, in Europe, in Korea, in China, of course, the pandas are extremely well taken care of. They're taken care of properly. They're healthy, robust, and happy pandas, and they're doing great. However, the pandas, um, there's not many of them, but the pandas that were sent to American zoos, United States zoos, are not doing well. In Tennessee, there is a zoo where there was a pair of pandas. I think there was a breeding pair. One of them got sick and died, and from what I understand, they're just not taken care of well. They need a special diet. They need to be kept cool. They can't take the heat because where they're from, they're in a highly elevated mountainous area in Sichuan province, China, and the mainland China asked them to please send the panda back. Please return the panda that is sick. They were stubborn in the Tennessee Zoo. They did not comply, and unfortunately, the poor, adorable panda died. And now the other panda is ill also. And China is insisting, please return the panda to China so we can save its life, so we can restore it to health. Now, I watch a friend of mine on from WeChat sent me a video that the Chinese have of the panda in the Washington D.C. Zoo, and that panda is like they're kept inside. For some reason, they're not letting them outside. and the panda is like screaming and crying, shaking the door, trying to get out, and it can't get out. And from what I understand, they're not kept in a high air conditioned room, chamber. So, because of the assholes of the United States, these pandas might get sick also. If I, the Chinese government should insist that all pandas kept in United States zoos be returned to China. And if I was President Xi, I wouldn't send any more pandas to the United States ever again. You know, maybe the asshole scumbags are politicizing the pandas because of the, you know, starting with the pandemic and also now with the South China Sea, with the tensions between the two countries. Maybe these right-wing scumbag Republicans are politicizing the pandas and deliberately not taking care of them properly and deliberately not sending them back, returning them to mainland China ASAP, as soon as possible, like they should. It's quite possible. And I just want to thank my good friend for many years, Tian Mei, for keeping me up to date on what's going on with the pandas in the United States. But you don't see these pandas suffering on the American mainstream media, of course. The American mainstream media, their job is to misinform and brainwash the American public, the suckers, the fools. Okay, now we will go to this topic. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Why do animals keep evolving into crabs? So I'm starting with the lightest topic first because I definitely do not get many light topics, but because I've always been a huge fan of crabs, uh, I love crabs. I think crabs are fascinating as a creature. They come in beautiful, bright, or deep colors, and they discovered a new species of crab on an island off the coast of western Thailand. It is a new species of freshwater land crab, and it's purple. It's a beautiful deep purple. But anyway, I also love their flavor. I love crab cakes. Anyway, I love soft shell crab. The blue claws that we have here, not the land crabs. All right, I will continue with this. Why do animals keep evolving into crabs? Crabby bodies are so evolutionary favorable, are so evolutionary favorable. They've evolved at least 5 different times. So why does this process known as carcinization keep happening? There he is, old crabby. I know some people that resemble this. A flat rounded shell, a tail that's folded under the body. That's the apron. That's this. This is what a crab looks like, and apparently what peak performance might look like, at least according to evolution. A crab-like body plan has evolved at least 5 separate times among decapod crustaceans, a group That includes crabs, lobsters, and shrimp. Yeah, would you believe isopods, the roly-polies that are found on land, are in that family too? In fact, it's happened so often that there's a name for it. Carcinization. So why do animals keep evolving into crab-like forms? Scientists don't know for sure, but they have lots of ideas. Hmm. Scorpions have are in crab-like forms, aren't they? Carcinization is an example of a phenomenon called convergent evolution, which is when different groups independently evolve the same traits. It's the same reason both bats and birds have wings. But intriguingly, the crab-like body plan has emerged many times among very closely related animals. The fact is, if the fact that it's happening at such a fine scale means that evolution is flexible and dynamic. Javier Luque, a senior research associate in the Department of Zoology at the University of Cambridge, told Life Science. Related, does evolution ever go backwards? Crustaceans have repeatedly gone from having a cylindrical body plan with a big tail, characteristic of a shrimp or a lobster, to a flatter, rounder, crabbier look with a much less prominent tail. The result is that many crustaceans that resemble crabs, like the tasty king crab, that's coveted as a seafood delicacy, yeah, and expensive too, aren't even technically true crabs. They've adopted a crab-like body plan, but actually belong to a closely related group of crustaceans called false crabs. And there's the false crab right there. Just like the false prophets. Okay. All right. When a trait appears in an animal and sticks around through generations, it's a sign that the trait is advantageous for the species. That's the basic principle of natural selection. Animals with crabby forms come in many sizes and thrive in a wide array of habitats, from mountains to the deep sea. Their diversity makes it tricky to pin down a single common benefit for their body plan, says Joanna Wolf, a research associated in organ. I said orgasmic, organismic and evolutionary biology at Harvard University. Wolf and colleagues laid out a few possibilities in a 2021 paper in the journal Bioessays. For example, crabs tucked in tail versus the lobsters. Much more prominent one could reduce the amount of vulnerable flesh that is accessible to predators, and the flat rounded shell could help a crab scuttle sideways more effectively than a cylindrical lobster body would allow. But more research is needed to test those hypotheses. Okay. And there's, well, that's a spiny lobster from the tropics. Uh, uh, Bigger tail, no large claws. Yeah. All right. It goes on and on and on. What's this? Commercial? Nah, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that. Okay, a male. Mm, mm. I'm still, um, I'm still learning. Okay, there we go. I'm still learning the fine details of restream. Okay, crabs. Crab people. You know, for you South Park uh, fans. Oh wow, new. What's going on here? It's not going to allow me. It's not going to. They want my email address so they can bother me. So you're not. It's not going to allow me to read the article. Axios. You belong on the Chiseler's Hall of Shame without a doubt. You are truly a chiseler. Climate. It has to do with climate change and the Antarctic ice melt slowing global ocean currents. Well, everyone knows that mankind is the greed of mankind is the reason for uh, climate change and global warming. All right, let me check this one out. A big El Nino is looming. Here's what it means for our weather. All right. Okay, a big El Nino is looming. Here's what it means for our weather. How warm water in the Pacific shapes storms, droughts, and record heat around the world. So it's not just affecting the west coast of the United States, you know. Heat waves have already baked parts of Asia this year, and a looming El Nino is poised to add to the heat, threatening crops in places like Malaysia. Okay, El Nino is a warm phase of the Pacific Ocean's temperature cycle, and this year El Nino is poised to be a big one. Oh boy. Sending shockwaves into weather patterns around the world. It's likely to set new heat records, energize rainfall in South America, fuel drought in Africa, and disrupt the global economy. It may already have helped fuel early season heat waves in Asia this year. A warming El Nino is expected to develop in the coming months, and this will combine with human induced climate change to push global temperatures into uncharted territory, said Petteri Talas, Secretary General of the World Meteorological Organization, in a statement earlier this month. This will have far-reaching repercussions for health, food security, water management, and the environment. We need to be prepared. We know the next El Nino won't be cheap. The one in 1997 to 1998, one of the most powerful in history, led to, wow, 5 $6.7 trillion in income losses in countries around the world, according to a study published earlier this month in the journal Science. That's much higher than prior estimates of as much as $96 billion. It was also blamed for contributing to 23,000 deaths as storms and floods amped up its wake. And there is an example of a bad flood. Always make sure you have a raft like that. If you live near water and you're in a flood zone. Now this is a photo. 1997 to 98, El Nino led to severe rain and flooding in countries like Ecuador, killing hundreds. So that's Ecuador. Rising average temperatures are poised to amplify these effects further, even if every country met its existing pledges to cut greenhouse gas emissions to limit climate change. El Nino events could lead to $84 trillion in economic losses by the end of the century, according to the science study. Okay. Well, of course, cities and areas that are close to the coast and are the most vulnerable. It could be rivers, large rivers that flood. Well, let me skip to this. How does El Nino work? Fishers off the coast of Ecuador and Peru coined the term El Nino in the 19th century to describe a warm water current that regularly built up along the west coast of South America around Christmas. El Nino means the boy, a reference to the Christ child. The warm water turned out to be part of a much larger, complicated system connecting seas and skies all over the world. Scientists now know that the Pacific Ocean cycles between warm, neutral, and cool phases roughly every 2 to 7 years, including change in the ocean and in the atmosphere. This back and forth is called the El Nino Southern Oscillation. It's the strongest fluctuation of the climate system on the planet. Wow. The key thing to understand, I'm just reading important paragraphs, because I'm not going to go on and on and on and on with all kinds of mumbo jumbo. The key thing to understand is that the Pacific Ocean is huge, huge, huge. They're trying to emphasize how huge it is. And that's just the surface area. The Pacific averages 13,000 feet in depth, but can dip as low as 36,000 feet. Water isn't just moving north, south, and west, but up and down. These currents are driven by wind as well as temperature and salt gradients. Earth's oceans also act as a giant thermal battery. They've absorbed upward of 90% of the warming humans have induced from burning fossil fuels, and the Pacific at least appears to be warming particularly fast. You hear that, Republicans and your big oil bed buddies? All this adds up to a world-changing amount of energy packed into one big ocean. Yeah. And this map shows you La Nina, when the temperature gets very cool, because it's blue, right, in the Pacific, compared to El Nino, which is in red, showing you when it's hot. I mean, when it's warm. So, yeah, what can we expect this year? Well, you already mentioned it. Record breaking heat waves, which we don't need, droughts, storms. Nothing good comes from either of the two, but thanks to the fossil fuels um, caused by corporate greed, we are in a situation. We are indeed in a situation. It's not good. Um, okay. Um, what about this? Oh, well, this is not good news. Thanks to heartless Republicans, it's not good news at all. Hmm. Okay. Purge begins. Staggering numbers of Americans lose coverage. States are combing through Medicaid rolls to decide who stays and who goes. They're playing God there, huh? But the overwhelming majority of people who have lost coverage so far were dropped because of technicalities. Okay, Biden condemns GOP's proposed Medicaid cuts, vows to protect affordable health care. Well, hey, start signing some more executive orders. I know the last time I remember him signing executive orders when he first took office. He got sworn in, and his writing hand was quite busy, but he hasn't done it lately. More than 600,000 Americans have lost Medicaid coverage since pandemic protections ended on April 1st. And the KFF Health News analysis of state data shows the vast majority were removed from state rolls for not completing paperwork. Well, these are red states, and the Republicans, they want to weed out people from the Medicaid rolls. You know, they're looking for reasons. It's when they tell police officers, you know, you're way behind on your ticket writing quota for traffic violations and parking. Get out there and look for reasons to raise revenue. Under normal circumstances, states review their Medicaid enrollment lists regularly to ensure every recipient qualifies for coverage. But because of a nationwide pause in those reviews during the pandemic, the health insurance program for low income and disabled Americans uh, kept people covered even if they no longer qualify. Now, in what's known as the Medicaid unwinding, states are combing through rolls and deciding who stays and who goes. People who are no longer eligible or don't complete paperwork in time will be dropped. Well, the eligibility for Medicaid is really quite outdated, because I believe if you make, if your monthly income exceeds $1,000, even by a tiny bit, even by like a microscopic bit, you're not qualified for Medicaid. So and so that means the government, in this case, when I say the government, I mean the right-wing government, feels that people can afford to pay out of pocket for their health care, when they need to see a doctor, or God forbid, they get very ill and they need a procedure in a hospital or whatever, to pay for their health care out of pocket. Meanwhile, health care in itself is astronomical. So actually, what the Republicans are trying to say, if you're poor, um, we would prefer it if you die. That's what they're really saying. We would prefer it. So do us a favor. The overwhelming majority of people who have lost coverage in most states were dropped because of technicalities, not because of state officials determining they no longer meet Medicaid income limits. Well, they'll get to that too. 4 out of every 5 people dropped so far either never returned the paperwork or omitted required documents, according to KFF Health News analysis of data from 11 states that provided details on recent cancellations. Now, lawmakers and advocates are expressing alarm over the volume of people losing coverage, and in some states, call to pause the process. So, what there's, I think what they're saying is, uh, they're deliberately not mailing these people a notification that they need to submit certain documents. Please submit these documents. I mean, that's what they do in the state of New Jersey. Here, by me, is they send notifications. Um, if you forget or neglect to send certain documents, it's a reminder. But in the red Republican states, I am sure in these Republican states, they will not be courteous. Uh, Cold-blooded, heartless Republican states. As states cut Medicaid, some fear they'll mistakenly end coverage for millions of eligible people. Yeah, yeah, because they don't believe in social services, but they sure believe in stuff in their pockets, and abiding by the military budget, which or any uh, mega wealthy source that contributes to their campaign funds. Feeding at the trough. Okay, KFF Health News sought data from the 19 states that started cancellations in May 1st, by May 1st, based on records from 14 states that provided detailed numbers either in response to a public records request or by posting online. 36% of people whose eligibility was reviewed have been disenrolled. And I'm just reading examples, and yeah, yes, they're red states, Republican red states with Republican governors. They're so predictable. They're really so predictable. They don't care about children, the elderly, disabled. They if you're low income, they prefer that you drop dead. It's as plain and simple. But if you're still in the womb, a Republican, which usually is a fake, phony, fraud, counterfeit Christian cultist called an evangelical or whatever, if you're still in the womb, they will fight like hell for you. Once you're born, you're a moocher. You're on your own. You're on your own. Okay. Let me go on to the next. On to the next topic. Let's see. Well, this one, without going hog wild, this is not great news either for people that own a real estate in New York City. All right. New York sinking under its own weight. Now, to summarize this, first they start by mentioning the weight of the skyscrapers. Okay, the concrete jungle. This is the skyline of lower Manhattan. Okay, here is the Hudson River. Here's the East River. There's New York Harbor. All right. Statue of Liberty is over here, Ellis Island. I live on the Hudson all the way down here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Anyway, it says, pretty much it says, regardless of how little or how much more weight the buildings put on the island of Manhattan, okay, it all amounts to plate tectonics. So they're saying there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, geologists calculated that New York's more than 1 million buildings add up to a total mass of 1.68 trillion pounds, which is 762 billion kilograms of downward pressure on the Earth. All right. CNN said it was equivalent to roughly 1.9 million fully fueled Boeing 747-400s. Okay. Now, the report concluded that America's financial capital is sinking at an average rate of 1 to 2 millimeters per year. Some areas built on softer rock or artificial landfill, which I can't understand why they would go ahead and build on that, were, or allowed to build on that, were subsiding as much as 4.5 millimeters per year, the study added. But building fewer skyscrapers will not solve the problem. The primary cause of subsidence in New York and along much of the eastern seaboard is tectonic and cannot be stopped, said the geophysicists at the United States Geological Survey. Cannot be stopped. Well, that's that. So, with rising sea levels and sinking skyscrapers, the future of New York City will be that it will become the new gigantic Venice. It will be like Venice, Italy. Boy. The organization SeaLevelRise.org says water levels around New York are 9 inches higher than they were in 1950. The city's government predicts that surrounding waters will rise by between 8 inches, which is 20 centimeters, and 30 inches by 2050. The state is spending billions of dollars building seawalls, raising roads, and improving drainage to mitigate the risks. Yeah, how far do you want to raise roads? I mean, are the roads going to be higher than the skyscrapers someday? But the low-lying areas have already felt the brunt of devastating floods caused by more intense storms. Then they mentioned Hurricane Sandy in 2012, Hurricane Ida in 2021. Sandy killed more than 40 New Yorkers, destroyed 300 homes, and left tens of thousands of people without power. Hurricane Ida left more than a dozen people dead in New York City, many after they were unable to escape flooding basements. Unbelievable, huh? It's not good. Okay. This is from Democracy Now! Oh, you know what I'll do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave this for last because it's something that affects my co-host Mick Von Raven in the Chicago area. Now there's a new trend going on in the Pacific Northwest, which is not good for boaters, not to say the least. Okay. Killer whales are teaching each other to sink boats. That's right. You've heard it. You have heard it. Killer whales have a new hobby now. They are trying to sink boats. The orcas, I guess, are bored, and they've discovered a new hobby, a new pastime. Humans and orcas have a lot in common. Research shows killer whales feel a range of emotions, engage in play, and show affection. Orcas, like humans, also get hooked on fads. They learn behaviors from each other, specifically from younger orcas. Oh, get bombarded with these damn commercials. They learn behaviors from each other. Yeah, I said that. That learned behavior can spread around a pod and even between pods. 3 separate pods of orcas carry dead salmon on their heads for a few weeks in 1987. So they go through phases and fads, and teaching young killer whales to attack boats. I know you won't be able to hear this volume, but Orca attack 2021 in Portugal. Motoring about 3 miles from. Did not give me time to read it. Woo.
Are they saying you're out of sight?
Okay. It was an orca. Supposedly they were attacking this yacht off of Portugal.
You've done taking Logan. New door position.
I guess they were ramming it, not from a distance, but kept ramming it. Look, they could analyze all they want, but unless orcas can talk, I don't think they'll ever find out the real reason why they're doing this. So anyway, let me see if I can if this article will come up. Let me see if it'll come up. It might. Huh. Oh, okay. It's jeez. Okay, let me see what we got here. It's really not a tremendous, a lot to say, but hold on for a second. Greetings, good morning, Masumi, from outside of Tokyo, Japan. Greetings, Masumi. Good morning to you, and um, of course, happy Sunday. Um, it is now 4:56 a.m. in the Tokyo area of Japan. Well, you didn't have to get up so early to say hello to the show. You could have slept later. Now you could go back to bed then. It's very early by you, Masumi. But anyway, good morning to you, Masumi. And thank you for stopping by. Okay. This has to do with uh, Joe Biden ruled. I wonder how true this is. Says scoitus. Almost reminds me of the word scrotum. Scoitus ruled 8-1 that companies can now sue striking unions for quote unquote sabotage if the strike costs the company any money. That greatly weakens the right to strike and sets a precedent for companies to basically combat strikes however they want. Well, unions, you better start getting militant and tough and get ready to play real hardball. That's all I have to say. That's from Steve Cox, from the real Steve Cox over on Twitter. Okay. Okay. Right. Ah, this is interesting. Little artificial intelligence. You're very welcome, Masumi. You're very welcome. Little artificial intelligence news from UCLA. UCLA unveils Artemis, the world-class humanoid robot that can run and play soccer. Well, you put that together with the android brain that can make its own decisions and think for itself. With computer with typical computer storage of data, plus show emotion, and you have a replacement for us humanoids. The UCLA Samueli School of Engineering has unveiled its most advanced humanoid robot, Artemis, an acronym for Advanced Robotic Technology. Oh, okay. For enhanced mobility and improved stability. Developed by researchers at UCLA's Robotics and Mechanisms Laboratory. Artemis is a general-purpose humanoid robot that focuses on bipedal locomotion, particularly on uneven terrains. Standing 4'8" and weighing 85 pounds, Artemis can walk on rough and unstable surfaces, run and jump while maintaining stability even when pushed or shoved. During lab tests, the robot was clocked walking at 2.1 meters per second, making it potentially the world's fastest walking humanoid robot. It is also believed to be the first humanoid robot designed in an academic setting and the third such machine to be capable of running. Well, let's see. Okay, their objective is to get the robot to mimic biological muscles. Okay, giving it excellent balance and the ability to run. Okay, what I'm gonna do to save a lot of unnecessary reading, I'm gonna play the video, and then you can see our.
We good.
Yeah, there goes your job, warehouse workers.
That's okay.
This is incredible. He almost looks like he's trying to do sissy squats. Ah, cute. He's cute. Artemis. Oh, bless his heart. Artemis. There we go. UCLA. Ah, gotta love it. Gotta love it, Artemis. I hope you enjoyed Artemis as much as I have. Hold on. Let me check something out. Gotta love it. Gotta love Artemis. Yes. Go back to sleep, Masumi. But thank you for stopping by. That was great. I enjoyed watching Artemis. Okay, on a more serious note, let's see how long this one is. See, it's actually the last article, serious article for this week's progressive discussions. Okay. America is headed towards collapse. History shows how to stave it off by Peter Turchin. All right. June 2nd, 2023. How has America slid into this current age of discord? Why has our trust in institutions collapsed? And why have our democratic norms unraveled? All human societies experience recurrent waves of political crisis, such as the one we face today. My research team built a database of hundreds of societies across 10,000 years to try to find out what causes them. We examined dozens of variables, including population, numbers, measures of well-being, forms of governance, and the frequency with which rulers are overthrown. Yeah, that's the negative human traits, the inherent sin that is in humans. We found that the precise mix of events that leads to crisis varies, but two drivers of instability loom large. The first is popular uh, immiseration, when the economic fortunes of broad swaths of a population decline. The second and more significant is elite overproduction. Elite overproduction is the second one. When a society produces too many super rich and ultra educated people and not enough elite positions to satisfy their ambitions. These forces have played a key role in our current crisis. In the past 50 years, despite overall economic growth, the quality of life for most Americans has declined. The wealthy have become wealthier, while the incomes and wages of the median American family have stagnated. As a result, our social pyramid has become top heavy. It sure has. At the same time, the U.S. began overproducing graduates with advanced degrees. More and more people aspiring to positions of power began fighting over a, a relatively fixed number of spots. That's where it ends. They want me to subscribe to read the whole thing, and I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. You like apples? Well, how do you like them apples? Thank you, Mr. Ronnie S. What happened here? There it is. Mr. Ronnie S. Great show today. Thank you very much. And I have one more thing to go over before I start opening up the panel, sending out links to the panel, to the panelists. Now this one, to be honest with you, let me send the link to my co-host, Mick Von Raven, because it has to do with what's going on in Chicago. But here we go. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it out. Let me try to enlarge this. Try to enlarge this without distorting anything. Oh, okay. Bear with me. Oh, my doctor was right. This has been a very bad allergy season. I am really not that much older than you, Lisa. Inheritance. Anyway, I'm on the live stream show. I'll send you the link anyway. In about a half hour or so. How's my sister? What? No, a friend of mine. Sunday is not too happy for me. I ended up in the hospital eating those jalapeno plantain chips. Unless a person has an ulcer, I don't see that really happening, to be hospitalized for eating jalapeno plantain chips. Plátanos tostones, plátanos verde, as opposed to plátanos maduros. Well, this is not an issue caused by Chicago or Illinois. It's an issue caused by Governor Abbott of Texas. Hey, Abbott. Hey, Abbott. Hey, Abbott. Hey, Abbott. Okay. Now, the fuck is going on? You mean my message cannot be delivered? Bullshit. What a bunch of bullshit. Seriously. Well, I'm going to have to do it this way. He's having a problem intercepting the link on his phone, on his text. So I'm going to have to do it this way. Okay. I will. You know what I'll do? I'll tell you what I'll do. While I'm waiting for Mick Von Raven, I'll give him a little time. Let me warm up my coffee. I have a very nice Hawaiian blend, a Hawaiian coffee flavored with vanilla and macadamia nuts. Okay, I'll be right back in a flash. Oh boy, I'm sorry for not being here in a flash, but you know, I'm working solo. Oh, oh well, I tried. Hmm. All right. Now, Chicago will use $50 million in city surplus funds to assist asylum seekers sent from Texas. You see, Republican Governor Abbott has been sending asylum seekers from south of the border, yes, people of color, sending them out of Texas to northern states, us northern Yankee states. The Chicago City Council voted Wednesday to allocate more than $50 million from a budget surplus to provide emergency humanitarian aid and housing to the thousands of asylum seekers who have been sent to Chicago since last August by Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott. This is Chicago alderperson Andre Vasquez. So we've got around 10,000 asylum seekers coming from South and Central America. Close to 1,000 of them are currently living in our police stations, right? We're talking sleeping on mats on the floor, sometimes on the floor directly. Oh my God. And we're talking women, children, like whole families. So the city currently is looking to see how it's going to tackle it at a time where we don't have the funding and resources from the state and federal government to really adequately address it. Interesting. What's this? Senate approves debt deal limiting domestic spending and rolling back climate protections. The Senate? I thought the Democrats have control of the Senate. So I guess the Democrats don't give a rat's ass about we the people in the country, we the people and the world, the planet either. The Fiscal Responsibility Act? Okay. All right, so that was it. So Chicago has to use its own money, $50 million in city surplus for the asylum seekers because Greg Abbott of Texas doesn't want to deal with any of them. All right, interesting. Well, at least they got that Beetlejuice mayor out of office. Thank God. I think I got a message from him. What? My message cannot be delivered. This has been happening lately. Mick says the best way to reach him is by texting him, but it's not working. So I sent it another way. Okay, well, it's time to send out the links because I'm done with the topics for this week's progressive discussions. Oh well. And I got one more. Bear with me. I know I always say that. Bear with me. See if Mr. Clean is around. Let's see. Sorry for the cone of silence. It'll at least give you a chance to meditate. That's it. Oh, so anyway, let me sip some of my wonderful Hawaiian coffee flavored with vanilla and macadamia nut. The links are out for the panel. Let's see how things go. My TikTok is exploding, you know. Let's see. And that's it. Let's see if I got any other special messages. Well, today we are simultaneously streaming on both YouTube and Twitter for the first time. Yes, and Twitter. Let me put the link. Let me put the link here. The link to join in the public comments box. Red pill doesn't do anything, neither does blue. You've probably never heard of limitless. Well, I have heard of the words pandering, sycophant, being showing a desperate behavior when it comes to dating women, desperate to get laid, and lowering your dignity and standards, and just being a suck up sycophant just for the sake of getting laid. You know, a man has to learn that true happiness comes from within. Only you can make yourself happy. Another person cannot make you happy, and that includes bitching, moaning, complaining, belly aching women that always looks to an external source, always looks to the man to make them happy. It's not going to happen. And a man should have a life, and he should be able to be happy and content by being unattached. Oh, really? Sounds good. Did you find a genie in a bottle? Be able to achieve this? Hold on for a second. Hello? 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 Again. Even with Restream, that fucking Apple iPhone is just not compatible. It's just not compatible with streaming unless you spend a lot of money on their software. Hold on for a second. What's going on here? Until you quit taking it? Oh. Is it a super new antioxidant? It's like having the essence of gods? Yeah, come on. My ass. Hello. Son. I don't even use YouTube. Fucking Apple. I thought Restream. I thought, motherfucker, cacksuckers. Hey, Mr. Clean. You gotta keep trying, Mick, because I can't hear you, but I hear myself echoing back. The fucking iPhone. Some on my beach. People have become greedy and weak for the love of money. Yeah, materialism. Right, you're absolutely right. My voice is echoing back. Can't hear. You gotta come. You gotta come back. Hello. Same shit is happening. Now you people know why I got rid of my iPhone. You gotta come back. Hello? No good. Motherfucker. You gotta come back. I know this is. Oh God, unbelievable. Now why did a weak man can be strong with the love of God? You, Mr. Clean, do you hear me? You're muted. You're muted. Oh, hello? Son of a bitch. Hello? Fucking. Damn. iPhone. I can't hear you. And my voice is echoing at me. And I don't even hear Mr. Clean.
Get the fuck.
Mr. Clean? You're muted. Check your microphone. Not a lot of people take it honestly. They would go madder than mad than what you see today if they hold on to it. Oh yeah, there's a lot of Karens and Kens today. Not everyone should be capable of having the command to opening unlimited doors. Well, yeah, if it's evil, what's going on, man? I can't hear you. Are you muted? Your microphone. Turn what down? Do you hear me? Oh, I can't hear anybody. Hello? Mr. Clean? It's going nuts. No video feed. You know what I better do? I better regenerate another. gonna have to regenerate. I gotta need a new link. Yeah. All right, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Well, here we go again. All right, I regenerated a new link. I don't. What's going on, man? Something's wrong with this. It says no video feed. Oh, having some technical difficulties. I don't understand what's going on here. Hello.
Hey there, James. Letting you know it's good.
See, there's no problem. There's no problem with you, but the other two people, they can't they can't seem to bring up their video for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why.
They might. I don't know what. Are they on the computer or are they on the cell phones? Because I'm on my
They're on
cell phone.
they're on cell phones.
That's weird. Then I can't. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the first time it happened.
Well, we did. No, we had a show a couple weeks ago. Me and you remember last week.
Yeah, it went great. Hey, Western Mike, how you doing, Mike?
Yeah, but I think someone tried to join. It was black. Remember?
Well, one guy, my friend from Chicago, Mick Von Raven, he has an iPhone, and iPhone is very problematic. Now, I don't know about Mr. Clean. I don't know if he has an iPhone or not, or if he has an Android.
I don't know either. I did hang out with Mr. Clean when I was at home. Obviously, when you were live last at home. But I'm at my aunt's. So here we go. Here's somebody.
Well, it's Mr. Clean, but it's not coming. I see him, but it's not coming up.
Weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, because we had Mr. Clean on your we had Mr. Clean on your show last week, and I saw him. I talked to
Yeah,
him.
there was no problem. We also had Mick Von Raven, but with Mick, he's got to come back several times because of the iPhone situation, and Eric will tell you the iPhone is just not
I'm
compatible
on
with.
my iPhone. I'm not having any problems.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is definitely an unsolved mystery.
I'm telling you the
You're
truth.
on
I have an iPhone. I'm telling you the truth.
the first time you're coming in. Okay, no problems. Bingo, you're here. Mick has an iPhone. Every week he has to keep on entering. some cell phones don't work. I suggest buying a phone from eBay. eBay? I don't know about that.
Well, there is,
You,
you can get phones on eBay. Yes, that the eBay. Yeah, you can get that stuff too. Just saying.
you can get new phones that are not like
I
refurbished.
don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm
Hmm,
not sucker on that one, but I'm just guessing you can get phones.
yeah.
I don't know.
So how did your two shows go? Both Thursday and Friday.
Oh, they've done well. My Alex and Friends 96 views, and then the because it all depends. Uh, Most of the time it's a lot of views, but on my new series, which is my what's it called? Come have a drink with Alex, Fridays, that went to 159 views. So I'm happy.
Good. That sounds great.
You could join too, James. I can send you a link if you want to join too, bud.
That and what day is this?
It's Fridays around 8 o'clock, the usual time when I do my shows.
Yeah. Friday I was
I know you're with
no
you're with what's his name?
no I was home.
Oh,
No, I wasn't on any show.
I thought you were hanging out with Ron. What's his name? Ron Terrio, because he's one of your buddies too.
Yeah, but I haven't done Fandango Friday in a very long
Oh yeah, I
time.
forgot about that. You kind of stopped that a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I can't get anything new. I've everything that I've brought on that show for, liquor or
Yes, I'm ready.
liqueur,
I'm ready.
everything I brought has been done. I mean, I can't find any brand new, like I usually buy the smaller bottles
Right.
because I can't afford to be buying a big bottle for everything.
That's true. Because that's a lot of money when you're buying a case or a pack or yeah, that's understandable.
Or even a large bottle of bourbon or anything. It's pricey, So what I used to do is I used to get the smaller bottles.
Oh yeah,
But
like the airplane bottles, right?
well, that would be perfect. Yeah,
Well, if you go to
that
your
would be perfect.
stores, I don't know what stores you go to, but if you go to your stores, you can find sometimes you can find small bottles in little what's it called? Those little circle bins. You know, I mean they might have changed since, but
Well, that's what I did. I exhausted the variety.
oh, you
Eh,
already used all of them. Okay, well I can't help you on that one.
Yeah, no, I'm at the mercy of the liquor stores in my area. I mean, I don't have like other people have, like Total Wine and
You should
Walmart
have
liquor
Total Wine.
department.
You're in the same state as me.
Yeah, but it's not in northeastern New Jersey.
What? Well, I think you're on Northeast, so like me. Or
Nor no, you're southwest. You're near Philadelphia.
okay, I don't know. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, I'm northeast. I'm near New York, and we don't have like a lot of people in the United States. Every department store, every supermarket, like they Aldi's and
Well, no,
Trader
New
Joe's.
Jersey doesn't have that. No, no.
Yeah, they all have liquor departments, and
Now, do you have a
they have
Wegmans? Do you have a Wegmans? Because they have a liquor department, but you have to go in a separate store.
there's a Wegmans, but you know what? Even if I use Drizzly, the app,
Okay.
even if I use Drizzly, they're just these stores in the Northeast New Jersey, Northeast, just don't have the huge variety that other parts of the country have.
Wow. I mean,
Now,
as long as you get your stuff that you want from Drizzly, that's what matters. So that's the scary part. You want to make sure you can get it.
yeah, well, and it's see, Ron is he's in an ideal situation. He's in southern Louisiana, and he has access to every liquor known to man.
Hell yes. Oh yeah.
I mean, he could get anything and everything, and I can never compete with that. So Ron will always be able to find something
Well,
different.
let me ask you this: would you ever like
Doing
to move
different.
to Louisiana because of what you experienced on Ron's end? Just asking.
No, it's not. It's not a good reason to for me to move to a hot, humid Republican state. It's not a good
It
enough
is.
reason for me.
It's humid here. You know, it gets humid in the summer. You know that. You've been living here way before me.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me see if Mick comes on now.
Hey,
I hear
Mick, what's up, bud?
I hear sound. It's a miracle.
You're good. You're
You
good.
know,
I see
you
you.
know,
You're not dark.
do you know,
I see you.
do you know that Alex, the beer master, is on an iPhone also?
Yep.
You know
Okay.
he's on an iPhone?
Yes, I'm on an iPhone.
No, he's on an iPhone. And the first time he came in, no problem. Now you every week there's an issue with your
Well,
iPhone.
you have to understand, it's my first time using my iPhone because I normally go live on my computer with you. Remember?
Well, it was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
but
of
you don't.
browser problem. It kept rejecting this browser, that browser.
So see, this is the problem, Alex. The iPhone, the Apple product
Mhm.
forces you to use Safari, their browser, even if you choose to use Google Chrome or
Oh no, I
Mozilla.
think I used the bottom part. I just went on. It went to your stuff, and I hit Enter Studio. Before I hit Enter Studio, I hit Alex the Beer Master, and I went right in. I didn't. I don't care what it was. I just hit whatever, and I was fine at the moment. This
Yeah,
is the first time, so we'll see what
well,
happens next week.
that's how I use my phone. I what happens is oh, thank you. I can't pronounce your name. Ahu Amon. Okay, thank you, Ahu. It's almost like Yoo-hoo. I used to drink that all the
What were you
time.
gonna say,
Yoo-hoo.
James, about your phone?
Oh,
Chocolate flavored water. Yoo-hoo.
yeah, it is chocolate flavored water. No, I was gonna say, let's see. Oh, it forces you to use Safari, which is the Apple
Browser.
browser, and even if you choose another browser, it still forces Safari on you. So what you're saying is, as soon as you click on the link, whatever the browser should come up on top. Like after you hit the link, it should have the name of the browser that you're using.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I'll have to take a look next time if I'm here. If I'm here at my aunt's, next time I'll take a look and then I'll hit it and see what happens because it's done well so far right now today. So we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah.
I went to
Like
a 2-day
yeah.
festival of music downtown south side of Chicago, and they were all having the Taylor
Hey
Swift concert both
hey
nights.
James B. McDonald, I'm gonna go eat, and if I'm gonna go back to listen to my music. But if your show's still going on, I'll get back on. Otherwise, I'll see you at my when I get home.
Okay.
All right, my brother.
All right, Chief.
Cheers.
Well, thank you for stopping by. And Mr. Clean couldn't. He just couldn't. He had issues, and I think I don't know if he has an Android or
Well,
what,
he
but
he had issues last week too, and we were trying to figure it out too.
what Mr. Clean had issues.
Yeah, but he still joined, but then he kept dropping. Remember, after a little bit, he kept dropping, but he still was able to talk for a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Mr. Clean when he comes back on
Yeah.
here, but I kind of remember that. So
Yeah, I couldn't hear him. There was no. His mic was muted.
yeah.
He couldn't hear me. I don't know. I really don't know if he has an Android or an iPhone. But
Well,
anyway, thank you for stopping by.
anytime. Well, I told you I was going to join your shows. I told you I would do that. So
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
see you soon. Cheers, my brother.
I'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
All right,
If I'm
take care.
on later, I'm
You
on later.
too.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
What does this guy say? You know what caveman rhythms
Rhyme.
rhymes with? What caveman you remember the power stick spray?
Spam.
Unlock your inner caveman.
What was that?
What is it? Deodorant?
No, the stuff used to spray pans with spam, not spam, Pam or something. I can't remember that spray, nonstick spray.
No, I think he's talking about deodorant, the smell that intensifies.
Okay,
You
got
want
it.
to say? You know what was a real alpha male cologne when I was a kid? There was a product called High Karate,
Yes.
and they had the commercial of, back then they had phone booths and payphones, and there was a commercial where the guy uses High Karate, and the girls are chasing him down the street, and he has to go into the phone booth to escape the girls, and he's doing karate chops to keep them off him. They were trying to
I
like
wish I had that problem.
jump his bones.
Mostly
But
I'm
anyway,
chasing girls. They're not chasing me.
yeah. Well, I just want to bring up the last topic. I mean, the last article that I read. It has to do with Republican Governor Greg Abbott. He's sending all the asylum seekers north to all the northern states, right? So he sends it. He sent like 10,000 to Chicago,
Hmm.
and Chicago now has to spend it like it's $50 million surplus that it had saved. It has to spend it now, not on the needs of Chicago,
Yeah,
but
he
on the
doesn't have
asylum.
the right to do that. I don't know where these governors think they've got the right to ship
He
people around.
Yeah, he's got. That's not the first time this happened. It
Send them
happened
to
with
Ellis Island. Send them east.
they had DeSantis of
Yeah,
Florida
that
sent.
POS. Send them to. He sent them to Naples or something, or send them somewhere really nice in California.
Yeah,
They loved it.
he sent the asylum seekers to like Nantucket and Island and Martha's Vineyard,
Yes.
Massachusetts. Yeah, that was the Republican DeSantis.
Yeah, that
So
jackass.
these motherfuckers think they can make up their own
Well,
laws.
they're playing God, by the way. God wants you here. I'm sending you there. They're not gods. They're clods.
Yeah, well, what they really mean is we don't want you because you're immigrants of color, so we're going to send you north because we're still fighting the Civil War. We're going to send you to all them dar
Yeah, we're
Yankee
racist.
states. Yeah, because they're all immigrants of color, the asylum seekers.
Yeah,
You know,
it's crazy.
all day swagger. That sounds like the Old Spice commercial where the guy's mother-in-law keeps using his body wash, and
But we don't know what part she's using it on, so maybe that upsets him.
you think she's sticking the nozzle in her coochie?
Oh, the
Is
show
that where
gets
they got?
blue so quickly.
Is that where they got the words coochie coo from? Coochie coo,
Chico!
coochie coo, coochie coo. Hey, wait a minute. Coochie coo. They used to do this with their finger. Maybe it has to do with diddling.
Yes, perhaps, maybe.
Maybe maybe the origins of coochie coo is diddling because when they try to tickle, usually like perverts try to tickle kids.
Oh, I tried to
You know.
tickle women that I'm trying to get with. See if they're ticklish.
No, I,
Oh,
I I have real great exercise equipment here. I don't go for any fads or infomercial products, and they're all crap.
so I
You know,
was saying before, real quick, I was at a music festival the last two
concert,
nights
music
in
festival, yes, and
South Loop, Chicago, and every time I left, the Taylor Swift concert was ending at Soldiers Field, and the traffic was hell on earth. It took an hour to get out of the city, and then a half hour to get home from there.
just for her.
Well, because all of her, yeah, she's popular. The
Yeah,
things I go to are underground, and there's a lot of people there, but nothing like Soldier Field. That's
but she
quite
was
crowded.
she was just over here at the um Meadowlands. Well, now they have a different name. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her music. I gave her a nickname, Taylor Not So Swift,
But
but
she
I don't know
writes songs about relationships. They're like
how
crybaby.
rare, How rare. Love songs? Really? Hardly anyone writes about that.
Like usually about her ex-boyfriends that did her wrong,
Oh
which
boy.
which is what most of these love songs are about, right?
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I was in the front, and needless to say, you can't control the public. Each night, I had one jackass or another next to me, flailing their arms about and it striking me in the back of the head, accidentally as they're reaching up their horns or whatever. And it's like, really, go upward, not forward. I'm in front of you. So I got struck, and I'd say, "Hey, cut it out." And some goofball was whistling, the same guy that hit me in the head. And when he whistles, he spits. So my whole arm was covered in
Oh
his
man,
spit.
lovely.
Yeah, and I
Disgusting.
saw him on the way out, and just I ignored him. So then luckily I wasn't next to him. But the next night was some Hispanic dude, and he started hitting me in the head accidentally, and then rubbing my shoulder like, "Oh, we're buddies." I don't even know him. I'm like, "Hey, stop hitting me in the head."
The guy spraying his spit in your direction. Those are they could be infectious respiratory droplets.
Oh God.
Why?
Well,
Why do
I did not lick my arm clean this time. So
so?
hopefully I didn't
Really,
get anything.
really that packed where
Well,
people
it's
are
really that ignorant. People are completely ignorant. They don't think of others around them. So let's see if we're the same height and you raise your arm. Somebody was trying to film over my head and they were shorter than me. So their arm kept hitting me in the head. And I'm like, "Hey," I tapped him on the arm finally. It's crazy. I paid to get in. I paid my fair share. Leave me alone. But the music was excellent. It was heavy music. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
there's
Hello.
there's you and I
We're
on Twitter.
live.
We're on Twitter right now.
Nice. Excellent, brother. Excellent.
So we got Twitter and YouTube simultaneously, and
We're the
along
man. We're the
along
men around.
yeah, along with the unlimited hours for free.
Nicely done.
You know,
Thank you for the second link. It was seamless for some reason.
well, they let me. They let me You're allowed to regenerate if things are not working well. You're allowed to regenerate a new link.
And it doesn't count against one of your uses?
No.
Good. That's very fair.
Yeah.
That's what you
Once
want.
you're on the air, you're on. Once you're streaming, you're streaming. So you could for the same show you can regenerate the link.
Yeah, I was coming up on my 1 year anniversary at work. So what they did to me was lay me off for my 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. They did, and
And they had
you don't have.
someone in another office working remotely that's completely incompetent. And I said, "Why wasn't she laid off instead of me?" "Oh, well, she's been with the company a long time." "Oh, well, that by
Yeah,
all
but
means,
but
incompetency." Yeah.
she sucks.
Yeah. So I'm moving
It's
on.
yeah.
I'm trying to find work. It's not that easy, but hopefully I'll find something soon.
Yeah, finding work
A job.
is actually finding a job is actually much easier than finding a new hooch. It's harder to find an ideal hooch that you don't want to like strangle. Like somebody you're compatible with.
Okay,
You know.
for the in Chicago, hooch means weed or drink.
Oh,
So you're meant
I'm
to
sorry.
a hoochie coochie you're talking
Hoochie,
about.
hoochie, hoochie.
Yeah, and I tell you, I've been talking to women online, and it's insane. One asked for my email address instead of my phone number, and I saw a red flag. So then she sent me an email and started talking about how her husband cheated on her and all this other stuff. I don't know why someone would want to tell you that out loud. And then talked about how she's an entrepreneur. She was born in Australia. Her dad's Australian. Her mother's Polish. And sends pictures. And then she says she's 54 and has a 7-year-old kid. And then produces a picture. I'm like,
Seven
yeah. I'm like, did
at
you adopt the kid, or did you?
a 54-year-old has a kid that
Yes.
young.
Yeah, and then here's the
That's
here.
Australian for beer, mate. That's Australian. Put another shrimp on the barbie for me.
Yeah, and the real kicker was when she said, um, "I'm have a house in Connecticut. I'm simply visiting Chicago for business." That's when I deleted her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of business?
Oh, oh,
Monkey business?
yeah. And then I had another one that was messaging me, and I said I was going to concerts, and she said, "I'm settled. I don't want to be with someone that parties all the time." Oh, so if you go to a concert, you're automatically partying all the time?
Party all the
Yeah, and
time.
then she's not we're not talking on the phone, and she managed to say something about how we're arguing, and I'm like, "Oh my God, self-created drama comes with your
Here
own
we go.
drama."
It starts right away. She doesn't even give it till like the second communication.
Yeah,
And she
it was
starts.
insane, and she kept saying, "Well, we can be friends," over and over. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm looking for a friend, thanks."
Why did they have to be confrontational from day one?
I don't know, man.
Oh, I
I
just
don't
want to
know.
say something to him. You know, the famous yogi guru that I see all the time, the guy from India with the long gray beard. He mentioned how powerful and medicinal castor oil is for detox and other things. I don't know about this here, linalool. Linalool. What is this? What's this? Sounds like cinnamon. An ingredient in cinnamon.
Ah,
Curcumin. Yeah. Coumarin and yeah. I know curcumin is an active ingredient of turmeric. That's what attracts men and women. Now, limonene is from the oil of the rind, the lemon
ah,
skin, also very
nice.
medicinal. What attracts? Uh, um, well, materialism. Women are overly concerned with materialism because they're brought up to have this need to be protected and taken care of.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
financially taken care of,
Right. But they want to be. They
equal.
want equality. They want to be. They want to take eat it. They I don't know
Yeah.
what is he talking about.
What about good old pheromones? That attracts men and women.
Yeah, remember the scam of the pheromone infused cologne and it's supposed to give off pheromones and drive women crazy?
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Uh,
Until you're talking to somebody, that's how it works. I did meet somebody at the grocery store and made the mistake of not getting her phone number, and then went a week later and was hoping to see her again, and it didn't happen. Oh, the luck of the draw. I should have, I don't know, I just felt like I was pressing it too much, and I thought, well, I said, I hope to see you here again. It
well,
hasn't
the
happened.
best thing is to be yourself and not act thirsty or desperate.
No,
Just
I
you know,
wasn't. You can't project that. It doesn't attract anyone except for
because
maybe
if the woman
scammers.
likes you, she's gonna say, "Well, this is my work number. Here's my home number. Yeah, let's get together." Like
No, she wasn't
she's
working there. She was shopping.
she's gonna make an effort.
Yeah, she was shopping, and I ran into her at two stores and talked to her at both. And
You know, they have to, like George Bruno says, you gotta let them at least meet you halfway and make an effort.
yeah,
Uh, um,
definitely. I
uh,
am.
oh,
I'm ragged, by the way. I went to bed after two nights in a row with the hour and a half drive home because of Taylor Not So Swift.
oh, because of the traffic.
Yeah, the city, you couldn't get out of the city because Soldier Field is south, and Reggie's, the club I went to, is south, and it was insane in the membrane
Oh, their women are sticklers for punctuality, except
for
when it
them.
has to do with them. They want you, the man, to be on time, and they want you, the man, their expectations of what they want the man to do is very high, but heaven forbid it doesn't apply to
No,
them.
they're gonna be fashionably late always. And
They're
how
going to
about the
be.
old "my money is my money and your money is my money"?
That's because men allow it. That's because the blue pill beta simp allows it.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
you know,
dear.
it's like Americans. They keep complaining about the two political parties. Well, they don't have to vote for the two political parties, and and people like Our Revolution and Bernie Sanders. They don't have to keep sucking up to the Democrats. I don't know what's wrong with them. Now you know why I call him Raisin Balls. I mean, create create a new party.
Andrew
They
Yang is trying to do that.
Yeah, they complained that recently that the Green Party the the is run by incompetent people. It's all screwed up. The Green Party is all messed up by incompetence, and so that's probably why progressives don't go with the Green Party.
What was the other
Well,
party? The Libertarian Party? Remember that with the
they're right wing. Yeah, they're
yeah,
right wing.
I just mentioning
Reform,
them too.
the Reform Party, or is a form of libertarian, is like a spin-off of the Libertarians.
Yeah. Many of these parties have been unsuccessful. The Green Party's been not that successful, and I
No,
think the Libertarians got one or two people. And isn't Ted Cruz a Libertarian moron?
no, the what's his name again? Ron Paul and his
Oh
Ron
yeah,
Paul.
Ron Paul. He's a real idiot. He
Well, him and
couldn't.
his father said at a rally, if we don't believe in social programs, if a person um, has a medical emergency and they don't have insurance, then they should be allowed to die. They
God,
should be
isn't that
allowed to
nice?
die.
How humanitarian of them, those Republicans.
That's why I won't accept any Republican that claims that they're a Christian or
No,
a
that's not
real.
Christian behavior. That's not Christian charity. That's cruel. That's yeah. There's a lot of cruelty in the
Yeah,
Republican.
like for instance, one of the articles I read is that many of the Republican red states are ending Medicaid.
That's
They're ending,
insane.
cutting low income people off from Medicaid. They're looking for reasons to cut them off. Any reason possible
And
to
then do
cut them
what
off.
with those funds, though? That's the thing. You know?
Steal, maybe steal,
Exactly. Exactly.
just like they want to steal our Social Security.
Yeah, they want to bankrupt it before we can get a hold of it. We've been paying all along our whole life.
Yeah, they want the lower half of the bottom 98%, the low income. They want everybody to be so desperate and destitute that they would do anything. They would agree to anything to survive, even like much less than minimum wage, or maybe even slavery.
Excuse me.
And that's what these privatized prisons for profit are about. I think legalized slavery, legalized form of slavery.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Yeah,
Oh, one other quick caveat of my looking for a job. I'm getting calls from English headhunters in England trying to place me at American companies. And they mention someplace close to me and then the old bait and switch. But then there's another job that's 16 miles from you that might be willing to pay you. And I'd inquire and say, well, what about that closer job? Oh, no, we haven't heard from them yet. So I'm having some fun there. I don't really want to drive 16 miles away for a job. I prefer 7,
try
8.
try what I had good luck with careerbuilder.com.
I'm trying jobs and logistics. That's specific to my industry, kind of. And then Indeed, those two have been good to me. But right now, there's been a lot of layoffs in my industry. So it's hard. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to steer it back to that. I just had forgotten to
No,
mention that.
um, I'm just I just asked Mr. Clean if he has an Android or an iPhone. Um, the
I like this streaming service you chose. It's got a great picture and sound as far as I can tell. I mean, very much clarity.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely high definition right
Yeah, I
now.
mean, it's real good.
There's no like pixelation, no
Yeah, I
blurriness.
remember we'd have those, we went over to talk and we'd pixelate for a minute.
Yeah, on
Wow,
StreamYard,
very
it, u-
impressive. I mean,
it used
it's
to pixelate.
state
I
of the
like
art.
I like the dark background. I like the quality. I like the fact that I have unlimited hours for free.
I like the fact you're able to get me on very quickly after the initial problem. That was impressive too.
Yeah, well, what was distracting me was I'll tell you later today
Okay,
after
no
the
problem. Off the
I
air.
was getting a distraction. You know what
Sure.
it is? You were having a problem getting on because my voice was echoing back at me
Oh,
constantly,
that's a drag.
and it was loud because the audio with Restream is just as good. The mic is just as sensitive and good as the video quality, and between that and then Mr. Clean, I was trying to figure out why he couldn't get on. So every time like he left and came back, it would go boop, 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 boop. It would be making these sounds, boop, 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 boop. And I couldn't get either of the two of you on. It was frustrating.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And then I was trying to read a Yoo-hoo was sending rapid rapid fire commentary, and it
Okay.
was just like it was like mayhem. It was total mayhem. Yeah, and that's what it was like. But like, and then all of a sudden, what's his face? Alex
The beer master.
comes on, one shot deal, no problem. He
He's
says,
one of the
"Oh,
lucky ones.
he says I'm on an iPhone."
I don't know, maybe it's where you're streaming from in your house or from the country. You don't even know.
Uh, well, if they're like outside, if they're out and about, then it could be the Wi-Fi where they happen to be located outside, and that's why I tell them if you're not home and you're not indoors to put it on like hotspot, where your phone looks for and recognizes hotspots. I think you're muted now.
For certain reasons.
Oh, oh, there you go. Hotspots. Like for instance, some places have very good Wi-Fi. Like fast food restaurants, Dunkin' Donuts, certain places happen to have really good Wi-Fi. So if you're out of the house, um,
If you're in the outhouse,
if you're in the outhouse, I used an outhouse one time in my life, and that was the last. There was a huge friggin' horsefly. It looked like a fly on steroids. It was huge,
yikes.
and it was like in the commode. It was in the
Yes.
yeah, in the hole. I wouldn't call it a commode. It was in the
I was
hole.
watering a plant, so I muted things.
You were you were pissing on your house plant?
Yeah, that's it.
No, no, you don't do pee
Yeah,
plant.
we had an outhouse in Wisconsin when I was a kid. We had to use it till we got the septic set up. Oh man,
Uh,
yes. The third would have been my mother's, I think, 83rd birthday. I put a nice post on Facebook
oh,
remembering her.
were you born in Wisconsin?
No,
You just
Chicago, but we
you
had a
just
summer home in Wisconsin.
oh, isn't there like wasn't there a Playboy resort in like a
Geneva,
Lake
Lake
Geneva?
Geneva. Yeah, I never made it there. Me and
Where
Hugh didn't. I know Hugh never invited me. I was too young.
where is Lake Geneva exactly?
It's not. It's across the border. It's not very far. I think it's towards Madison, if I'm correct, but not very far.
I mean,
It's
is it connected to the Great Lakes?
um, I don't know. Lake Geneva, I don't think so. Because the Great Lakes are more on the coast, and Lake Geneva's not on the
Yeah,
coast. I don't believe.
I always wonder why Hugh Hefner had a resort in such a family-oriented state like Wisconsin. You know, with the
Well, he had the Playboy Mansion, and then he also had the Playboy Building in Chicago, and
that's it.
then
That was his main office is Chicago.
yeah, and then he would have the jaunter out to Lake Geneva isn't far from Chicago, so
Yeah. Then when
that's
he got old, his daughter took over the main office,
yeah.
which is
He
not.
certainly lived a long time. How old was he? Like 97,
Yeah,
95?
yeah. He's pretty old. He I can't see a woman running like a girly magazine.
Well, Larry Flint's daughter is.
Yeah, but what about the articles? I mean, it does it have to? Are they all like girl talk, like about emotion and
They have other
yeah,
writers. I mean, these people they're publishing. They approve the stories, so they have male and female writers on. I think each. I'm guessing.
uh,
I know they have female photographers on Hustler before.
yeah.
Um,
Hustler was Larry Flint.
yeah, he's passed away, and his daughters took over because his wife passed away from HIV, unfortunately, early, back in the day.
All these daughters are taking over the girly magazines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, maybe they could breathe some new life into him. I don't know.
Is Now Penthouse was Bob Guccione, right?
I don't. Is Penthouse even around anymore?
Probably not. It could never really keep up and compete with Playboy. It was like the
Well, it was always dirtier than Playboy, but not as dirty as Hustler.
Hustler
Penthouse was Bob
was the cream of
Guccione.
the crop. Hustler was
Yeah, because they'd leave nothing to the imagination, and that's what a young man
young
wants to see.
man.
Um,
YMCA, young man. Yeah, they left nothing to the imagination.
yeah, Penthouse had was it Vanessa Williams, the Miss America that got disqualified because they published her
Yeah, there were
softcore
like
porn pictures?
lesbian.
Yeah,
Soft.
softcore. Yeah, and she got busted. Guccione's the one that took over production of Caligula and added all the pornography to it. The movie Caligula with Peter's old tool and
Yeah.
Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm McDowell from
Now,
Clockwork
now
Orange. Yeah, that was a
Was
pretty
Boogie Nights
pretty insane.
about John Holmes, the young John Holmes?
Eh, it was about a guy with a big dick, but it wasn't autobiographical, whatever I'm trying to
Autobiographical.
say. It wasn't Yeah, it wasn't his
Yeah,
story. It was just about some
Big
goof with a
Schlong.
big
And what's his name? And Burt Reynolds. Oops, he'll be back. Hold on. The lyrics to YMCA. We'll have a little fun. Where are you, Mick? Well, I hope everyone is enjoying the show. We are streaming simultaneously on YouTube and Twitter. The last time we did the show, we had a slightly different look to the show. I like this look better because I changed it. The last show we streamed to YouTube and Facebook, but I much prefer the sophistication of Twitter and the respect for the First Amendment on Twitter with Elon Musk than with the imbeciles of the main office of Facebook with Mark Zuckerdouche. Hey, what happened?
Froze.
The phone froze?
You did.
I froze?
Yeah, nothing. I sent you a message there.
That's weird.
You were froze.
No, I mean, from my end I didn't freeze, but from your end I froze. You still have the regenerator link?
Yeah, it was really weird. You weren't talking. You weren't responding.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, no, I
seemed to be live.
the show just continued. I didn't have any issues. I'm looking at my high definition video now. Everything's been fine. I mean, the only thing I can say is hit the link again because the internet is like the change of weather. Oh, it is.
Exactly. Who's the jackass?
Dude, this is fucking bullshit. I had to go to Samsung Internet. It says Samsung Internet.
Samson. Well, what about?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It says I got to go to Samsung Internet.
What about Google?
I could barely fucking hear you.
What about? I hear you loud and clear.
James, let me try to relink. Bye.
All right.
I don't know what the fuck is up with my fucking service.
What's going on? Because do you have an iPhone or a Galaxy? I mean, Android. What do you?
No, I have an Android.
Oh, okay. So I don't understand why you had a problem before because I couldn't hear you. You were like muted.
See? And now it's fucking. Oh.
Yeah. Hold on. Knock on wood. You're crystal clear. Hey, Lori. You're crystal clear. You're like me and Mick were talking about how high definition everything is on Restream.
Yeah, my volume's all the way up.
Yeah, no, you're extra loud and clear, and your video is very good. Alex asked for you, Alex the beer master.
What is this, NCIS?
No, yeah, it is.
So are you still having issues with your provider there? Your internet?
Yeah. Fucking Verizon's supposed to be the best, and it sucks in fucking Florida. It fucking blows ass.
I had an issue with Verizon in the past. I had
piece of shit, man.
I had to leave it. Hold on. Mick, I see you.
Hey, can you hear me? I can hear you. Hey, Mr. Clean, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
No problem. Mr. Clean finally was able to get on. I found you left as soon as I found the lyrics to YMCA.
I hate to tell you, I've made fun of that song, and I how do I say this joke without sounding very homophobic? The lyrics to me, go, why not be gay? YMCA, why not be gay?
Hold on.
Young man.
All right, you ready? Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man,
Video settings.
because you're in a new town, there's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said,
Standard
young
definition.
man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a
Put
good
your arm on your
time.
head, will you?
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to
Put my
stay at
show on I was
the
watching before.
YMCA. They have
Oh,
everything for you men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at YMCA.
Oh, we should have the crackers with this one.
It's fun to stay at the
at the YMCA.
You can
James,
get,
James, James, James.
you can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You
I didn't
can
know the
do
why
you
it was a restaurant.
you can do whatever you feel.
Uh-oh.
Coochie coochie coo.
No, I think it's more of the one-eyed blind snake they're talking about.
Oh, young man, you were listening to me. I said, young man, what you do want to be. I said, young man, you can make your real dreams, but you've got to know
Broke.
this one thing. No man does it all by
Broke.
himself. I said, young man, put your
Oh,
pride on the shelf
this one I can.
and just
Yeah, I can put it on there
go there to the
on the other cracker.
I am sure they can help you today. It's fun to stay here.
You don't set them right in the dish. You gotta get a dish and put them in.
It
You gotta
says
do it
I'm
the right way. You
having.
gotta serve people right.
Hey, Mr. Clean, please mute for a second, please. It says I'm having streaming issues, James. Can you hear and see me?
You have to put it.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
I gotta put it in a dish.
MC, please mute yourself for a moment. Thank
set
you.
the dish up. You know, the dessert dish,
Hold on.
like the sample dish.
Let me do it.
There's a sample dish.
How do I do it? I'm looking for the ability to do so.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Here we go.
MC's having
I
a
did.
snack. Okay. Yeah.
Are
So
you
thanks. The young man, that YMCA song cried out to alternate lifestyles.
Yeah, because the group was gay.
Many of them unfortunately got HIV and died, I believe.
James, I'm eating crackers.
The village people, crackers,
Triscuits.
Triscuits. Oh,
Okay.
they're
With
like, it's like a shredded
port
wheat.
wine.
Port wine cheese spread.
Cheese spread.
I like the sharp cheddar myself, or the almond Swiss is good too. The spreadable cheeses.
You know what my Aunt Helen, when she was alive, used to make? She used to take brie. You know, the French cheese with the mold. I love it. It has a white mold on the outside. She used to warm it up on the stove with honey, with like raw honey on top and slivered almonds. So she would put this on the brie, and then it would be ripened brie. When they get soft.
Yeah.
And then you put that. It spreads nice. It tastes unbelievable.
So it was honey and what else? I got a bleep on my audio.
It was honey, good honey. Like raw honey and slivered almonds.
Ah, nice, interesting.
See, with 3 people, you can do the big facha. You can do
nice.
When you have 4 people or more, I can do up to 6 people. Then you got to go with the Brady.
You're watching the Tranquilist?
The Brady Bunch thing, the Hollywood Squares.
You're watching the Tranquilist.
No.
Hey, can you change?
Not a Tranquilist.
Oh,
Tranquil is something peaceful.
Wilbur.
You seeing that guy, that comedian,
Oh,
the
holy
Jeff
hairy
Denham?
hand.
He's funny as shit. This guy could this guy can make fun of Kenny.
Well, the YMCA is a good song for Kenny.
Who's Kenny?
Oh,
Kenny will say he's overrated.
Kenny is Ken Padula is a
What?
man. He's a legend in
Say
his
hi.
own mind.
I did.
He's delusional. He's a performing artist, but he's really
Women are nuts.
he's a street performer.
Take a
He's
look in the mirror.
You
he's
just figured that out now?
he's a street.
I can't fucking hear shit. What'd you say?
You mean
I said you just figured that out now.
your speakers are really that low?
Yeah.
You have every
I
you
have it all the way up. Wait, let me see something. Settings. Let me go to settings. Audio. Turn it on anyway. What does that mean?
Hey Mick,
Yeah.
I'm gonna I have to I'll be right back in a flash. I have to
Wait a minute. I think I got it.
run to the kitchen
Hold
for
on.
just for like not even a minute. Not even.
To get a knife to
Oh, I still
stab
can't
someone?
fucking hear
Go
it. I don't
ahead.
No. I got something. I gotta take something off the
Get a
stove.
bread knife. Slice him in the neck. All right, buddy. We'll be
Yeah,
here.
right.
We'll be holding the fort down with the
A
Triscuits and
Triscuit, a
such.
tasket. I wash my little basket.
Why can't do they have you know, I told my dentist one time they should come out with instead of regular caps, they should allow
Holy shit.
people to get
So,
titanium serrated shark's teeth made of titanium.
You froze for a second.
Yeah, and
For me.
your audio got cut for a second too. Hold on, I'll be right
he
back.
gets
Well,
paid a
it's
lot
the
of money,
internet.
right?
All right, go to the kitchen. We'll be here.
You should have done that.
So you're in Florida, Mr. Clean?
Yeah.
A friend of mine from Facebook just moved there. He said he couldn't afford to live in New York City anymore. Brooklyn.
Everybody's moving down here.
Yeah?
Yep.
The humidity is the problem I have
Let me
with
try that.
Florida. Too much humidity.
I know.
So what do you think of this Restream versus StreamYard? Seems a little better. Quality seems better. I like it.
The rents. I pay like $1,600.
For mortgage or for rent?
I pay like $1,600,
For
and
rent
that's
or
not counting
mortgage?
gas and electric.
Is that mortgage or rent?
Huh?
Is that your mortgage or your rent?
No, my rent.
Oh, you're not going to buy anything down there?
I'm gonna buy a house maybe by the end of the year.
Good. Good luck. I hope you get something nice. Problem is rates are pretty high right now.
Yeah, try to take your time and try to find
Wow.
a nice house, you know, a nice house.
Not
Hey
too
James,
many dead
I'll call you
bodies.
back in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No problem.
Ciao for now. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now. I hope he doesn't get a
Woo!
house next to a a body of fresh water, because then he's gonna have alligators in his backyard.
Just for the record, when you're doing things around the house, you should always hit mute. Just for the record.
Oh, you heard sounds?
No, I'm not talking about you.
Oh, him.
My
You know,
God,
he's chewing on fucking crackers.
it's crazy. That's not part of the red pill. That's part of
His,
the just to mute yourself when you're doing that.
his girlfriend doesn't stop talking. She doesn't care if he's on a live show. You know, it's like the girls have to be constant center of attention.
Well, they got the magic pussy, so what do you expect?
You know, they don't like he doesn't focus where where he is. He's on. It's supposed to be red pill man cave part of the show, and he's very. I hate to say it. He's very blue pill.
Oh,
He's not a red pill. If he was a red pill, would he be like constantly giving her attention
attention.
every time he's like with her, like nonstop?
Mm.
When they first started dating, you know, he was acting like a high school kid in love. You know, it's like, he's too old for that.
Yeah. Did you make yourself a Moscow Mule or
No,
Mojito or whatever?
this is a drink that I call H2O.
Oh, that
Short.
good old water. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I don't have ginger beer and I don't have any vodka.
Okay. Is that how it's made with Russian vodka?
It's
Because somehow
made
it's a Russian drink, I believe.
Yeah, it's ginger beer, which is more, from what I understand, more gingery than ginger ale. And
And a lot of sugar in ginger beer, though.
yeah, well, it's the same thing. Do they do the same thing with the like Canada Dry ginger ale? Is there just as
I
much
think
sugar?
there's more sugar in ginger beer from what I've seen.
Yeah. Um, does that? Well, sugar has a tendency, I think, to accelerate the effects of alcohol.
Yeah, but ginger beer is non-alcoholic.
Right. You have to spike it.
Yeah. So I don't drink ginger beer. It's got too much sugar for me.
Yeah, I don't. I'm on a being that my triglycerides and LDL cholesterol were both pretty high. Not pretty high, just high.
Okay.
And I'm taking generic Lipitor,
Is it
statin.
helping at all?
It was helping, and then all of a sudden,
You
and
had a
then
spike?
my doctor says, he says he's supposed to call me. He'll call me back. He never did, and he just had his one of the nurse practitioners, a Dominican woman that spoke with a very very heavy accent. I could only understand 50% of what she said. You know, I couldn't understand her. She said
So
something
what
like
happened?
continue taking with an accent. Continue taking your medication with proper diet and exercise. You know, yeah. What about? Oh wait, what about my anemia? I had um, low blood,
Iron?
yeah, low hemoglobin and low red blood cells from the from the. Well, I don't want to say it on the air, but I'll tell you later.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah,
I understand.
In other words, I know why it, it could be iron deficiency anemia. There's a really good reason for it. But anyway, I just started taking iron pills, and I
Yeah,
feel
normally men aren't low on iron, so yeah,
no, I know. Like women take iron because they lose blood during menstruation,
yeah.
right?
So
Because
you have to take iron supplements now to help you?
so yeah, to help me, I started taking an iron pill one a day, and I feel it's helping me. I mean, I
Good.
just started taking it,
Good.
but
So
so
wouldn't you be low on energy if you're from anemia? Yeah.
And headaches. That's where my that was
Dizziness.
the sinus from the allergies, sinusitis,
Sinusitis is the worst, man.
sinus headaches, and anemia headaches, and but you just have no energy. You feel fatigued. You feel exhausted. You're sleepy.
How do I change this picture here?
Oh, you
Where
see, look at your little baby video on the side, and you'll see in the upper right hand corner above you, you'll see like these three dots. It's
all
a
right, I'm
drop
trying.
down. It's a drop down menu. You put the cursor on those little white dots. They're like vertical dots, and then
Huh.
it'll drop down, and you'll see avatar.
Dots.
And
Hold on, let me try this.
you can select whatever.
Visual background. Wait a minute, what's visual background? Is that no, that's not what I want. What the hey?
No, what you want is avatar. You want like an avatar. You can put an image.
Oh, I switched it somehow. Hold on.
Yeah, you reverse the camera. Do you see the word avatar?
Not yet.
Oh well. Now what happened to all these booze hounds? All these booze hounds didn't show up. Time sure flies when you're having fun, right? Excuse me, I'm just I'm trying to sing YMCA, and just Joe kept on conversing with his girlfriend, cutting my singing off. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, there he is. Oh, you got to reverse your camera. You got to reverse your camera. Shit. Oop, he left. Thank you for stopping by, and good morning to you, my dear. All right, now, what's going on here? What was I going to do? Oh, I know what I was going to do. Hey, hello. My voice. Yeah, your camera is yours, but my voice is echo. Yeah. Mm. Hello, hello, hello. Hello? 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 You gotta reverse your camera. Hello? Hello? You gotta reverse your camera. Well, at least you got an icon. Do you hear me, Mick? Do you hear me, Mick? I hear.
Sorry about that.
I hear
I'm
you.
not sure what's going on.
Do you
I
hear
got the
me?
camera fixed. I hear you very little.
Oh,
I'm not sure why.
check your
Got my volume up all the way.
and even the mic volume.
Hmm.
Even the mic volume, huh? See if you can see if it's cranked up to the max. Your microphone volume, just for the hell of it. You hear like you hear me very faintly. Oh well. You can't hear? Well, we had a good run, I guess. Yeah, some of those comments in the public comments area don't make any sense. Hey, hello, hello,
Hi.
hi,
I'm going around the circles.
hi. You hear me now?
Yeah, my earbuds aren't working
Yeah.
though. Hold on a
Well,
second,
well,
please.
you're at least you found the avatar.
Yeah, I did that much. Hold on, let me see if I get these earbuds. It says I'm
Hey, MC. Yeah, I was trying to sing and Mr. Clean kept on talking, kept on yapping with his girlfriend, cutting off my whole fucking song.
Can you hear me?
She didn't care I was singing. Yeah, I hear you fine.
For some reason I can't get my earbuds connected. Oh, hold on, maybe.
Well, you're home alone, so
I
you.
give up. Sometimes I hear better with the earbuds.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. I give up.
Moscow Mule.
Yeah, he was disrespecting your beautiful version of YMCA. What's he thinking? It's one
I'm
hell of a
telling you,
song.
I'm telling you, when anytime she's around, his head keeps on turning, and he just talks and talks to her nonstop. Everything. It's like
The
he's on,
power of the P, man. Power of the pussies.
and then he's like, yeah, like it's so. These guys are so desperate that that the woman is going to withhold sex from them. You know, heaven forbid they should not get laid.
Oh boy.
You
Yeah,
know,
using sex as a weapon is not cool.
yeah, and he's stuffing his face, you know, with those with
Trisket, a tasket.
the Triscuit attack. Now, I love cheese and crackers, but it's got to be really real cheese. It's got to be good cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put.
I'm not a port wine cheese guy myself. I like the
Nah.
almond
Yeah, I
and
tried the port
sharp
wine. I
cheddar.
don't like. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like. I don't
sharp cheddars and the almond Swiss is the best. So I'm a bit ragged, as I was saying. Those 2 o'clock in the morning nights. It was fun though. A lot of
like.
fun seeing live
So wait a
music.
minute. It ended at 2 a.m. and then
No,
you hit traffic,
no, it ended at 12:15 one night and 12:30 another night, and
and
then
then you hit traffic
oh god, yeah,
because
yeah.
of the Taylor Swift crying
Wait,
about her
Taylor not
ex-boyfriend.
so swift playing at Soldier Field.
Yeah, she must have went right to Soldier Field after she left New Jersey because she played at where the Jets and the Giants play.
The
Uh,
former Meadowlands, MetLife Stadium, I think it's called.
Now it's called MetLife. Yeah,
Yeah.
they keep on changing the name of all these stadiums.
Hey, James, are you much of a football fan at all?
I like football, sure.
So do you see the career path mirroring each other? Brett Favre went to the Jets after he left the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets after he left the Packers. I see a lot of similarities. And then Brett Favre went to Minnesota and almost made the playoffs. So I wonder if that's what Aaron Rodgers is going to do,
And
shadowing him.
I think Tim Tebow went to the Jets too.
Oh, Tebow.
That evangelical nut
Bragging about being a virgin. There's
well,
nothing to brag
he's
about.
full of shit. He had to pray in the middle of the stadium
Oh,
and force his religious cult on
ideology.
everyone.
Yeah. He was a cup of coffee in the NFL. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, he was a
yeah,
cup of coffee.
he wasn't good. The only reason why,
He won a national championship. That's how he made it to the NFL. Part of my yard. Oh.
right? And then he was in the media a lot because of his praying.
Oh, and telling people that he was a virgin and all that other crap.
That's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, why do you want to be a virgin? I don't know.
What
I'm
about
looking for a whisk.
what about that other nauseating born again Christian? It was his name. The one hit wonder, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, he's born again, or he's doing porn again. Which is it?
Maybe it's porn again. Well, maybe his daughter got him into porn.
Oh, his daughter's got a really bad figure, and she likes to show it off too much. I'm trying to find this whistle I used to
Well,
have.
she's a one hit wonder.
Yeah.
They come and go, like Debbie Gibson and Tiffany, and what's the other one?
I try not to remember, to be honest
Yeah,
with
the
you.
one that's from Mississippi, and her father was running her life. Britney Spears.
Oh, Britney's queer.
Yeah, they were
Remember
all.
when she kissed Madonna
Did she?
on camera? Britney and Madonna kissed.
They were on the lips.
Yeah. And
No.
that's why I made the joke Britney's queer.
Yeah, there's so many of them. They're one hit wonders. They're created.
Yeah.
These stars are created by the entertainment industry.
Just like the Monkees were created, but the Monkees were a lot better. They had
Yeah,
good
the
songwriters.
Monkees were only known for maybe two or three good songs, if that.
Well, they were given those songs. Last Day to Clarksville, Last
And
Train, I mean.
Daydream
Yeah,
Believer.
I like the Last Train to Clarksville is my favorite Monkees song, I think. And of course the theme song was kind of cool. Hey, hey, we're the
They were the
Monkees.
Monkees. Yeah, they didn't really. And you know what? I don't think. I think the Partridge Family. I don't even think they were musicians. I think they're like fake.
Well, they usually had one musician on. Like the Monkees had, I think it was Nesbitt was the
Mike
musician, and
Nesmith.
then
He's the one that wore the knit
yeah,
cap
he
with
passed
pom
away
pom.
recently. And on the Partridge, David Cassidy was a musician.
And that was it. The others
Yeah,
just
that was it. Yeah, everything
la
else
la
was
la la la
fabricated. Yeah,
la.
they based it on one musician. David Cassidy's brother Sean was a one-hit wonder. I wonder if I think he's still around. Their father was a flamboyant bisexual actor that died in a fire, like from
Yeah,
smoking
from
license. Jack
smoking and
Cassidy,
so forth.
yeah,
Jack Cassidy.
yeah, he was a weird dude. He was who's the famous gay playwright? He was with him. I don't know, some guy in a wheelchair.
So they had a fake marriage between him and Shirley Jones.
Well, they had sex at least once. We know there's a kid.
Yeah,
He was bi, supposedly. I don't think he was full-time gay. Many of these celebrities are gay at their whim. That's why, like Mick Jagger and
Yes,
such.
so many.
Yeah, exactly. It's their life. Do what they want. We don't give a damn.
I don't.
Not our problem.
How about one of my all-time favorites, Tom Jones? Is he 100% man?
Yeah, I believe so. Jonesy, my mom used to love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been
He
married to the same woman the whole time. He's one of the loyal
he's
ones.
got a big belly now.
He does?
It shows. Yeah, it shows now.
Well, how old is he?
Well, he didn't have a he was performing like into his old age, like in Vegas. He didn't have a belly. Now he's got a belly,
Well, how
and
old do you think he is? Like 75 or 80? He's got to be.
he's got to be. I mean,
Yeah.
if he was performing on stage when I was in grammar school, for God's sakes,
Yeah. So
and he
he
was.
was one of the cooler guys, though, from what I understand. Tom Jones.
Yeah. Elvis was very fond of him. As his close friend. He hung out. Hung out. He wanted to hang out with him all the time.
Well, because probably the professionalism, Elvis wanted to learn more from him.
Well, Elvis saw how the girls would hand Tom Jones their panties, and
Yeah.
he would wipe his perspiration with it, and then hand it back to the girl, which I thought was pretty cool.
Didn't Elvis know Wayne Newton as well? From his stay in Las Vegas? I believe he did.
Wayne Newton. I think he used to. He was another one that was created by some variety show,
I thought he created his own self.
or didn't he get discovered by Andy Williams or something? Or that was
Maybe.
the Osmonds. I'm sorry, Andy Williams.
The Osmonds. They had other family members that weren't just talented, that weren't allowed on the show, the Osmonds.
The Osmonds, yeah.
Remember the Osmonds and the Jacksons were on at the same time?
Oh,
They were
really?
competing against each other. Who knew what a super freak Michael would turn into? He was such an innocent little kid. I don't know if Joe had something to do with that. Joe Jackson,
Well, he was he was
the
the
Jackson
backbone
Five.
of the Jackson Five, little
Yeah,
Michael Jackson.
when he was like 7 or 8 years
Yeah,
old, singing his
and
ass
Joe
off.
Jackson was a piece of shit. He was
He was the puppet master trying to control them.
yeah. Marie Osmond looks 1,000 times better now as an older woman than she did when she was a kid with the buck teeth. She had like these horse teeth.
Wow.
Buck teeth. Yeah, it was really bad. And I think one of her sons, he was gay. He committed suicide.
Oh God, the Mormon religion, I don't think is friendly to LBG.
It's probably due to that. It's probably due to the Mormon family not accepting him.
That's sad. Priscilla Presley lost her daughter, and her Lisa Marie, her son committed suicide. He wasn't gay though, but he committed
Yeah, how
suicide.
did Lisa Marie die?
Drugs drove her to an early
Oh,
death.
like Whitney Houston and Whitney and her daughter.
And,
Whitney Houston's.
yeah, and same thing with Anna Nicole and her son both OD'd.
Anna Nicole Smith was discovered in a go-go bar in Texas. She was like a trailer park chick.
She had fake boobs. Yeah,
Yeah, she was
she
big.
married
She was a big girl. I mean,
she
big
married some real
frame.
old dude waiting for him to die, and then she got hooked on drugs. Her and her son, they both died from it.
Yeah, he was a. She hooked up with. He was a
Like,
customer
he
in
was
the
like
go.
94 years old or something, and we're
Yeah,
rich.
yeah. He
It
was
was a real
filthy.
gross marriage of convenience. Real
He was
gross.
he was filthy rich. He had one foot on a banana peel and the other foot in the grave.
Yeah, he
And
was.
he took a liking to her in the go-go bar, and I believe he was the reason why she became Playboy Playmate of the Year.
Wow.
She hooked her up. He hooked her up with Hugh Hefner and got her into the magazine.
Wow.
And you know, um, she's you know, a go-go dancer has the mentality of a go-go dancer. You know,
they're looking for a payday.
they're opportunists, and she took advantage of that opportunity. And you know, the family fought it in court, you know, because she wanted to try to get her husband's money, and she was not
Wait,
successful at it.
oh, did he make her sign a prenup?
Well, usually rich men are smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
And her son died as a teenager, right? And it
Oh,
goes,
did he die before her? I can't remember.
yes.
And they were both taking the same drugs, right? I believe so. They both died from the drugs they were taking.
I'm not aware if they were taking the same thing, but it wouldn't
I
surprise
think
me.
so. I think so.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Hey,
surprise me.
James, it's 6 o'clock by you. Is tonight your Chinese night?
Oh, it's something night. Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, a man's got to eat. I just don't know if you had a Sunday tradition or something.
no, it is a Sunday tradition because of the show. But
Gotcha.
but then again, I took a walk to the Duck King Chinese restaurant last night,
Ah, so
and
you're
I had boneless crispy duck, and the duck that was out of luck, and
so
I,
you're all Chinesed out for the moment. I hear you.
yeah, and I ordered some Qingdao lager beer, the Chinese beer Qingdao. It's good. It's good beer.
So I'm not a big duck eater. I've had some, but I don't remember wanting it again.
Well,
What's the difference?
the duck
Crisp duck is
the
good.
duck has to be crispy. It has to be fried to a
Similar to
crisp.
like fried chicken, or
Well, it tastes better than chicken, but
I
let
hear
me
you.
tell you why it has to be fried to a crisp. Duck has a lot of fat under the skin.
Yes, so they stay warm.
There's fat under there as opposed to chicken and turkey, and you have to make it edible. You have to really deep fry it until
Fat goes away.
that rind becomes crispy.
Okay.
You know, you have to, but it's delicious though.
And what do you put a sauce on it, or what do you put on that?
Yeah, well, you know,
Is it a plum sauce or?
well, no, duck sauce. Actually, I found out duck sauce. The Chinese told me duck sauce is not for duck. It's for like um, uh, appetizers like egg roll and shrimp and
Oh, okay.
spring rolls and yeah, and
What is
wontons.
duck sauce made with? Duck fat?
No, no, it's like it's fruity. It's like apricot.
Ah, so
Yeah,
it's not really duck. Okay.
no, it's a fruit based sauce.
Okay.
You know, I just have to decide what the hell I want.
What what did you have on what sauces were on your duck last night?
Whatever the house sauce, whatever
Okay.
it was
It's like
cooked.
like a gravy or
Yeah. Like after they deep fry it, they mix it. They combine it with a sort of gravy that
gotcha.
they make. It had broccoli. It had uh, uh, bamboo shoots. You
Wow,
know,
you're making me hungry talking about this.
it had
Sounds good.
snow pea pods. You know, the flat.
Nice. Those are good.
You know, snow pea.
Yeah, I like those.
It has nothing to do with you urinating on the snow. It's snow pea. Pea.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
It was delicious,
Did
and
you have any leftovers?
no, I
Oh
grew.
man, that's a good meal if you don't have any leftovers, bro.
Yeah,
That
but
must have been really good.
when I walked, yeah, but I also had hot and spicy dumplings before that.
Wow. Sounds like a really nice meal.
And let me tell you, the hot and spicy sauce they made,
Oh, good, isn't it?
it's this particular hot and spicy Chinese sauce with sesame in it.
Oh, delicious.
Like
I
you
love
can taste
sesame.
sesame. It's like sesame butter,
Oh,
you know. And
I
when
love sesame seeds. They're delicious.
well, it wasn't the seeds. It was like almost like they put like tahini, you know, sesame butter in it.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I walked home, I waddled like a duck. That's how gorged I was. I
Did you
was
quack?
quack 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 quack. Yeah,
Like
why
the
did
penguin? You sound like the penguin when you do that.
why did Burgess Meredith was supposed to be the penguin, and he sounded like a duck. Quack 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 quack.
Yeah, you see? I think he tried to sound like Edward G. Robinson too a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, say, yeah, Froggy, even
Yeah.
Froggy on Courageous Cat Minute Mouse.
So you had a nice meal, it sounds like. Delicious.
Yeah. Well, I had one. I was so full. I only had one beer, one um, uh, Qingdao lager. It's actually a good lager.
Cool.
It's like if you ordered Modelo Especial, which
Oh,
I have
that's
to.
really good. The dark. Oh, I love dark
Oh,
Modelo.
that's Negro Modelo. That's
Oh
very.
yeah, that's that with a lime is delicious. Negro Modelo with a lime.
You like Japanese beer?
Yeah. What's that one? With the dragon.
Kirin.
I like Kirin. Yeah.
Try Sapporo Black
I
Lager,
like Sapporo also.
but try the black lager. It's
Is
dark.
that dark like the Modelo Negro? Oh, the
Yes,
dark
sir.
beer is real. You ever had Sam Smith's Brown? That's really good.
What's that? Samuel Smith?
Yeah, brown ale. That's really good.
Nut brown ale.
Yeah, that's delicious. Same
Uh,
thing with Newcastle Brown. That's also
yeah,
good.
but Samuel Smith is, in my opinion, I like it better than Newcastle.
Different beers, but yeah,
Yeah,
Smith is heavier.
yeah.
Newcastle's a little lighter.
Like they have a holiday stout, Samuel Smith.
Yeah,
Where
everything
they
they
have
make is all good. Yeah.
cocoa. They'll put cocoa powder and cinnamon and things like that. And now there's porter, and I learned that the difference between porter and stout is that porter is made from malted barley and stout is made from roasted barley.
Have you ever had Delirium Tremors beer?
I'm familiar with the company, but I never had that.
Good beer. Nice high level of alcohol.
Yeah,
Their logo is pink elephants.
yeah.
So it's pretty good stuff.
The West Coast IPAs. Like
Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're top notch. Everything they make is delicious.
yeah. Sierra Nevada is a good company. There's so many craft beers.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're
The
yeah.
I was saying that a lot of craft beers got bought up, like Red Hook and some other ones, and then you don't hear from them anymore. They were put out of business, I think, by the companies that bought them. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, Great Lakes, Great Lakes out of the craft brewery out of the Cleveland area.
There's a
I
really
thought it
good
was,
one in Michigan called Bell's. They're really good.
yeah. You know that
Oberon Ale in
knew,
the summer.
I saw the Bell's website. They have a good product line.
Oberon Ale in the summer is one of their specialties, and they have this one called two-headed ale. It's real strong. You can't guzzle and gulp a lot of it.
It's a high alcohol percentage ale.
Yeah, their beers are about 5.8, so they're not super high.
No, that's not super high. What's
But
the
it's
other
better
one?
than 5. You want them higher than 5 whenever
The Edmund Fitzgerald Stout from Great Lakes Brewery.
Is that still being made?
Yeah.
Cool.
Edmund Fitzgerald, like the song.
Yeah, the late who's the guy that just passed?
Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah, he just passed.
No relation to the ex-mayor of Chicago, right?
No, that's not his illegitimate daughter. Yeah, Gordo. He had some great songs. That's when you crafted a song and it was a story. You know, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and If You Could Read My Mind. I love that song. He had some great songs, man.
Yeah.
Or Sundown. Sundown, you're making me wait. I don't know all the lyrics, so.
what do you call Edmund Fitzgerald is still at the bottom of
I
one of
don't
the lakes.
understand why they don't exhume some of that stuff. The same reason they don't clean up the ocean. They don't want to.
I mean, I know it's a lake, but they're capable of having bad storms, right? The lakes.
Yeah, certain times in the middle. Yeah.
But you got to be out there. You got to be in the deeper.
What's that part of the song where it says she never gives up her dead? Talking about the lake and they all drowned. That's a true story, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there
Yeah,
was definitely lives lost.
a lot, I think.
Uh, um, um,
I'm sure there's been crashes of boats in Lake Michigan near Chicago. I mean, it's pretty vast. They saved the lakefront here in Chicago, whereas in Milwaukee they have industry at the lakefront, which is not
yeah, what
good.
the hell they do that for?
Well, because they're ass backwards. They're from Wisconsin.
I mean, you have to. Yeah, there's got to be a reason for tourists. There can't be only one reason for tourists to come. There has to be multiple reasons. And what about the local people in northern Illinois?
There
They
used to be a store called Montgomery Ward's, and the man Montgomery Ward is the one said, "Save the coastline for the people." He was a great guy for doing that. So
yeah.
Chicago has a real nice coastline on the Lakeshore Drive area, the Lakeshore.
I
Beautiful.
remember Montgomery Ward's department stores in Maryland by where my aunt and uncle lived.
Yeah, that was him. And then the Ward's was the first one to close way before Sears. So Ward's went under, and it was kind of sad in a way, when you grow up with certain businesses and they go under.
And Walgreens is a Chicago-based company too.
Oh, very
Yeah,
greedy Walgreens. They,
Walgreens.
the heirs to Walgreens became drug addicts and died, and the Walgreens parents raised the kids. Isn't that odd? Somebody that's supplying prescription drugs. Walgreens used to have liquor, and then they wanted to expand, so they got rid of the liquor. They were trying to put a Walgreens like every few miles. I mean, it's like an over. I was making a joke to someone. I said, "Oh, something as rare as a Walgreens? Yeah, Walgreens is on try to be on every corner.
It is practically
It's
on every
expensive.
corner.
It's like going to 7-Eleven or CVS. It's expensive to buy things there.
I mean, you have yeah, there's no discounts in Walgreens.
No, not unless you have some kind of sale or coupon, and I don't really shop Walgreens.
No, I get emails, promotional sales promotion, and from Walgreens in my email. I just ignore it.
Yeah.
Walgreens. If I need prescriptions, I use CVS Caremark, and they deliver it. And the USPS postal worker, I mean
Yeah.
postman,
I
he
use
locks it.
Walmart, and
Yeah,
I go to Walmart every Wednesday, so it's convenient for me. Walmart and an Aldi right next to each other by my
yeah,
place, and I go there every weekend,
they have a
Wednesday.
good. No, they have a decent pharmaceutical department.
Yeah,
Walmart.
definitely.
Yeah, I used to go. When I lived in my hometown, we had a Walmart the next town over, and so they're always part of a shopping center. Actually, we had two Walmarts. Three? No, what am I saying? Around my hometown, there was three Walmarts, and the new one was the best. It was near a Costco.
Was it the Super Center? They turned some of them into.
Yeah, it was like. Let me give you an example. The new Walmart that was near the Costco and um, Petco and a few restaurants there. They had every shelf was jam packed. But if you went to the other two Walmarts, empty shelves.
Wow, that's sad.
There he is.
Hey, how are you? Oh boy,
You're
he's got the
muted.
audio. Mute.
You're muted. Your audio.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
That was weird. It
Salute.
wasn't even muted. That was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I told you I'd be back.
Yeah. Now you're a little you're kind of pixely and blurry, and Mick is in Chicago and he has an iPhone too.
I'm on my computer now.
You're on your computer. Yeah, you're but I see you. I know who you are, you know, but yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, it'll take a few minutes. I guarantee it'll be golden.
It'll be golden like urine after a multivitamin. It'll be
Here,
Oh God.
Do you want me to leave and come back and see what happens?
No, you're fine.
no,
No,
no.
we
If it
hear
ain't
you.
broke,
We
it
see
ain't
you.
broke.
Don't
It ain't
fix it.
broke. It
Okay.
ain't broke. It don't fix it.
As long as I can see you guys clearly, so yeah. So, hey, Mr. Clean, if you're watching the stream, Mr. Clean, if you're on an iPhone or whatever, you should be golden because I was on an iPhone with the legendary James P. Madonna and what's his name?
He was here. No, Mr. Clean was here, but every time he's on the show, he's with his girlfriend. He's like talking to her nonstop. When he's
Oh, well, that's understandable. I thought you said something else earlier. I don't know.
no, he's like, his head is always turning, you know, like talking to her about everyday little, like they were putting cheese on Triscuit crackers or something.
And not muting themselves properly.
They weren't muting themselves, and you
James
know,
was singing the song.
it's supposed to be Red Pill. The second half of the show is Red Pill Man Cave, where guys talk about stuff.
Well, I'm thinking next time if he has to be on here, and if you just let him know, hey, can you mute yourself? And then when you want to talk, then you unmute. That's how it goes.
Yeah, no, he's all every time he's with her, he's all over her. Like it's overkill.
Too much drama for your channel. You don't want to do that.
Well, not they don't fight. It's just like
Distracting.
like a couple that just met and they're in love and they're all over.
That's true. I understand now.
Yeah, it's overkill. It's just too much.
Distracting.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm happy that they love each other and stuff, hate each other. That's the best part. At least. I don't know.
Well, I always said, whether it be a new couple or whether it be a married couple, it's no good to be up each other's ass. It's not.
No, yeah, that is not good because then I mean I understand there could be occasionally hey, you got these rare couples that they're up each other's ass and they're fine, but again that's very rare when there's no argument, there's no none of that, very rare.
Like my sister has been living with her boyfriend for like 20 years now, and they have a house, and he has his hobbies. He has his special room where he's got all his stuff in.
Oh, like a man cave.
He's got his man cave, and downstairs she calls it her bitch cave.
Bitch cave.
Yeah, that's what she calls it. She says we don't clash, we don't get in each other's way. Wow, you know, we eat together, we sometimes we hang out and watch something on the big flat screen, and you know they go on vacation together, but she's got her stuff and he's got his.
I'm surprised they never got married. You said 20 years they've been together? That's weird.
Wow, they're both previously divorcees, you know.
And they just want to be boyfriend girlfriend. Not
you know, they had the marriage did not end well.
Oh yeah,
that's understandable. So if they just rather just stay together and be boyfriend girlfriend, because if something does happen, it doesn't hurt too badly, basically, and you don't have to go to court for it.
Yeah, you know, then you gotta spend money on the divorce lawyer, and then God forbid there's a child involved, and
I mean, maybe your sister might have a child. I don't know.
No, she don't have that. He don't want any.
No bambinos.
They don't want any. They want to be able to come and go as they please. You know, they don't want. They're not willing. They're like me. They're not willing to make any personal sacrifices.
Well, I mean, let me say this, and again, it's just personal a little bit. But James, if a girl that you're dating, or whoever you're dating, or anybody, if a girl wanted to have a kid with you, would you have a kid? I mean, just because I don't know. I'm just asking. It's none of my business, but I'm just curious.
No, because
Not just to have one.
then everything's gotta be about the baby, and then there's child support, and then I have to give up a lot of things that I enjoy.
Yeah, I think it's best if you stick with the girls that don't want kids.
Yeah, that because I have to pay for child support. I have to make sacrifices. I'm not willing to, dude. I just want to.
Or
I
find a
just
girl
want to have fun. That's it.
or find a girl that already has kids if you ever wanted kids, and that's it, because you don't have to do child support. Yes, you do have to help those kids in a sense because you're dating that girl,
Or they might be older.
right?
They might be older kids.
Then you'll be fine.
They might be in high school. They might be out of high school and college, living somewhere else. You know, they might be older kids.
Yeah, so you'd be golden either way in that level. Yeah, exactly.
See, once the kid talks like this, then there's problems.
Yeah.
Or if the kid is like 5 years old and is like everything is mommy, 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 I want this, take me, buy me this, buy me that, mommy, mommy. You know, no.
Well, you know what, James? I hate to tell you, bub, but all of us on this panel, we were probably like that at one point or another. Trust me.
I mean, we all went wow wow.
No. I'm just saying, if we wanted something, we probably cried to mommy and say, "Hey, mommy or daddy."
Oh yeah. We
And they'd say stuff it half the time.
We were probably a pain in the ass when we were really young. You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what they used to say? Children are better seen and not heard.
Well, that's old school parenting.
Yeah.
That's when my grandmother, she had she had her set of wooden spoons.
Ooh,
Wow.
She had the little one, and then slightly larger and slightly larger. She had the whole set. And you know what? It all depend on what you did and how bad you were. You know, which wooden spoon she would grab.
Oh, you're talking about 80s, 70s, 50s, 40s, 20s, all the way back when people were able to beat the crap out of the children. They did.
Yeah. I mean, like Italian families had the wooden spoons.
My mom one time took an acrylic spoon and hit my brother with it, and it shattered, and he started laughing, and she got real mad.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, this is also before we had social services and DIFUS and all that. I mean,
if you called the police on your parents, they would have probably hung up on you back then.
Exactly.
The doofuses of DIFUS. Yeah.
Yeah.
They.
Hey, James, it's getting near the witching hour. I got to scare up some.
Oh yeah, I gotta order my food to be delivered.
Oh crap! You're leaving, James. I'll see you.
We've been here for hours, James especially.
Yeah, I've been here for a while. But anyway, well, I thank you for stopping by, Alex. I appreciate it.
Well, James, you still want to talk and stuff, or you?
Yeah, if you want to talk a little bit longer, I understand. A little bit longer. I understand. Mick wants.
I'll
wants
stay
to
on
get
until 5:30 my time, which is 6:30 your time, James, and then I'll sign off.
Okay.
Just a few more minutes.
It's 6:22 now, people. 6:22. Yeah.
I'm
sorry, James.
A man's got to eat.
I'm sorry, James. I tried to get on. I was eating, and I told you on the last stream a few minutes ago, or half an hour ago, I was going to go eat. I'm sorry. At least I jumped on to let you know, hey, I'm still going to join your shows.
Well, I appreciate you coming back.
Yeah, I don't like to play games with people. That's not cool.
Well, if you can make it, you can make it. You know, that's how it is. You know.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, if I say I'm going to join something and I don't, then I understand. Then you have a right to get mad. But I guess if I message you and say, "Hey, James, I can't make it," that's understandable. And sometimes I don't because I like to relax and listen to music, but I also like to enjoy your show too. You know, just to honor you. You know.
James,
Well,
did you do a stream last night?
no,
No, he does it on
Okay.
Sundays. That's
I
it. He
did
does it on
the
Sundays.
week before. I did a
Yeah, I
stream.
just was
I
curious.
did a
if you
stream
it.
on Saturday,
Oh, you did. I forgot.
and Alex was with me, and then Ronnie Simpson came on, and you know, we had a good
Yeah.
panel. Alex was
So
there.
Yeah, Ronnie was supposed to join, but he never joined the last time.
Well, he joined late. You see,
Hmm.
I was doing before Sunday for progressive discussions. I was doing the shooting the shit,
Exactly.
and we had a good panel. And you know, shooting the shit is about whatever. I don't do a serious segment on that show.
No, it's just
It was a
whatever.
whatever, you
Free,
know.
yeah.
And I know Mick, if he has a date or a concert on Saturday, I
I
know
was
he's
out.
busy.
I got home at like 1:30 on Saturday
Yeah,
night. So
yeah,
yeah, I was out.
yeah. Or if you're on a date, it's usually like Saturday, Friday, Saturday, or Saturday mostly. So you know, but we had a good panel and we
I'm
had a
gonna
lot
drink
of
one
fun.
beer on your panel, James. I'm gonna drink one beer.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. The shooting the shit was a lot of fun because it was comedy. But the reason why I went live with that is because Ronnie Simpson privately kept asking me, "Are you gonna go live tonight, James?" I said, "No, I don't have any plans." "Oh, you go live. I'll
Why
come on."
doesn't he
Oh,
go live and invite you?
He hasn't been live for a while.
he doesn't really go live.
He's going live a while ago. That was a long time ago.
You mean when he was a host?
Yeah. It was like
Yeah.
I think there's only one live stream
So he's all
on his channel. I think.
so he's all excited, telling me, "Go live, go live, go live. Oh, come on." All right. So I decided to do it. And for the first half of the show, he's typing like in the comments box. I says,
That's true.
"Ronnie, you told me to go live because you want to come on the show, but why are you typing to me in the comments box? When are you gonna come on the show?" So you know, I had to keep on saying, it was your idea for me to go live, and you know, it pissed me off. So then finally he came on late, but I don't like when somebody tells me, set up the show, go live tonight. I'll be there. You know, like goes through the whole.
Oh no, it's true, James. If I message you and say, "Hey, James, let's do a live stream," regardless if it's during the week or not, I will join because that would be a jerk move to say, "Hey, James, go live whatever day I ask you to go live," regardless if I feel like going live with you.
Oh,
I
Ronnie's
don't want
commented.
I don't want to do that. I want to say, "Hey, let's go live," and then we go live. It's not, "Oh, I go talk on the chat
Yeah.
and say,
Well,
oh,
he made an appointment. He made an
Ronnie
appointment.
commented on the chat here recently, just
What
saying
did you just
nice
say?
to see Mick. It was a while. It was a little bit back. It's a nice to see the return of Mick. Thanks, Ronnie.
Oh yeah, he did do a little commentating, and I
Sorry to point that
realized,
out.
yeah, I realized Sunday he spends time at the by the in-ground pool, and
That's understandable. He always done that. Yeah.
you know, he's got the condominium. He lives in the
Yeah.
condominium complex. They have an in-ground Olympic-sized pool. You know, I realize it's Sunday. You know,
Yeah.
but Saturday he's the one that kept telling me to go live, and you know,
Yeah, but
whatever.
you ever think maybe he just wants to ask somebody just to see if they listen to him? I don't know. Let me make this clear. I don't do drama. I like James. I like you, James. I like.
It's a little wacky though, huh? I mean, just to play psychological games with people.
No. I'm saying I'm not trying to cause drama, but I'm just trying to think in my head. Is that's what he's doing? I don't know. I like hanging out with you, James. And I like hanging out with Ronnie S. But
Right.
it just makes you wonder. That's all. I'm just curious. I'm
Yeah,
just curious.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, you're.
Not causing drama.
I don't want to see. I try not to overthink things
I
because
don't overthink things either, but it makes you wonder though sometimes.
if you do that, then it leads to more thoughts and more negative thoughts. You know, it goes on and on.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to build friendships, not enemies, as the saying goes.
Yeah, so I told him, I says, you know, well, what's going on? Well, how come you're bugging me to do the show and then you don't come on? And then he finally comes on later on. So but it was a good
I was on
show.
there with you. I remember that.
Yeah, it was fun. Hey, you know, the color of your wall matches my the
Underwear?
blue matches the blue in my interface here.
Are you talking about my shirt?
No, I'm talking about your wall.
Oh,
The shade of blue of your wall matches the blue in my studio.
I don't see no blue.
Oh, you don't see blue?
No. I see blue here, but I don't see your blue. I don't know which. I
Oh,
didn't.
you don't see my. So I'm the only one that sees blue.
Yeah.
No, I see the blue. I know what you're talking about. The matching of.
We don't see your blue,
I know what you're
James.
talking
We only
about.
see red.
Where the comments where the comments come on, James. That's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, the actual live stream itself. Yeah. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, that does match my wall. Exactly.
Oh, Bart Robinson's messaging you guys.
He is? Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, James. I didn't understand what you're saying, but you're talking about the actual concept.
All right, it's 5:30. I gotta go eat. Talk to you later.
Sorry.
Bye.
Oh, I see Ronnie. I see Ronnie now.
Right. Signing off. Bye.
Bye. Nice to see the return of Mick.
I'm sorry, James. I know you gotta get something. I understand what you're saying now. You're talking about the concept of the live stream, the where I come on in. I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you're talking about. I thought you meant something in your room, in your actual.
Oh room. No. The studio, the blue of the studio. Hey, Mr. Bart Robinson.
Now I understand.
Long time no see.
What's up there, Bart Robinson? I haven't seen you in a while, bud.
And then Bart Robinson says, Alex, I met your friend BJ at Canals Liquor Store.
Yes, you met legendary BJ. Awesome. Well, you know what? I hope to catch you there sometime in the future too, legendary Bart. I mean, I know you've been wanting to meet me sometime in the future, but one of these days we will meet. You met my friend legendary BJ. Hoping you'll get to meet me. Hoping to meet legendary James too, because he's kind of in the same stage.
No, Bart and I have had many great conversations together.
No, but I met in person. I'm hoping one day we can meet in person.
You know, he's near you.
Yeah, you're 2 hours away from me. I think.
Yeah, you and Bart are in the suburbs of, I guess, Philadelphia.
Well, I'm in New Jersey, so I'm guessing he's in New Jersey. But I don't
well, that's why I said you're in the suburbs of Philly,
exactly,
not in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are in the area, and it's good that you're.
Well, so Bart, hope to one day meet you. I'm hoping. I'm actually happy you met legendary BJ. He's cool as anything. You probably told him, "Hey, I'm a subscriber of Alex," you know, and that's good. You know, it's cool beans.
Yeah, well, you guys know each other from the whole circle of
Bart. The beer reviews. Yeah.
Bart Robinson. Do you know Eric Fraunfelter of Wildcard Wednesday? Thomas Metal 75. It will be great. Hold on.
What do you say?
It'd be great to meet both of you someday. I had a nice conversation with BJ. Yeah. So,
well, you'll be able to meet me. I mean, I know you'll meet legendary James too eventually.
Yeah. Well, to meet, for all three of you guys to meet, all you have to do is make an appointment to meet at the liquor store.
Yeah, but I also have to make an appointment with you if I want to meet you as well.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like if BJ and Bart are going to go to the liquor store at a certain time on a certain day, they should message you and say, "Hey, Alex, you want to meet us at this liquor store?" And all three of you get together.
Yeah, because that's where that's where I met BJ. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah, he knows Eric.
Yeah, that's cool though, Legendary Bart. I'll talk whenever you must have went during the week because Legendary BJ doesn't work on the weekends.
He's down in Salem County farmlands.
Yeah, he's probably not that far from me. Then he's probably maybe an hour or something like that. He ain't that far because if he's been to canals, he's probably not that far. So it's probably an hour if anything.
Well, I'm going to wrap it up. It's been a pleasure.
Well, James, thanks for letting me join. I'll leave it be. I'm sorry. I like hanging out with you. I'm sorry I came in late, but I know you're starving. You know you're hungry, so I'm gonna let you go eat.
Why don't you listen? If you want, if Saturday nights are good for you, because you might be busy. If Saturday nights are good, and you want me to do another shooting the shit, I'll set up the show.
Saturday to this weekend, I'll be going to one of my friends. But if I get home early enough, I'll message you. But if not, I'm not gonna.
Just like if you know ahead of time that you're gonna be home on a Saturday night at a certain time. I mean, I'm not saying like you're gonna be home if you're gonna be home at 11 or 12. That's
right.
Earlier than that. And then just, give me a message and say, look, give me a message on Facebook Messenger.
Well, I can call you on Facebook. I can message you. I can do whatever. And
then I'll set up the shooting the shit program. It's easier to do it on the weekend because, people have to go to work during the week.
Oh, that's always the case. But sometimes you do a show during the week, but that's because you just want to, you're doing your thing. That's all. I mean, most of the time you do your stuff on the weekends now, though.
Rumson? I'd never heard of Rumson, New Jersey. It's probably far from me.
I hate to tell you, I never heard of Rumson, New Jersey.
Yeah, I am right now. I am in Bergen County. I am in Edgewater. I'm directly across from NYC. I'm up the hill from the Hudson River.
Yeah, James is 2 hours away from me, basically. Yeah, because you're in the same state as me, so you're 2 hours away from me.
Yeah, he was there Tuesday. He needs to tell Rod also. I guess he means the liquor store.
He probably met legendary Rod J.
He's a little less than an hour from Alex.
Oh, so you're an hour away from me. Yeah, you're not too far away. Legendary James is 2 hours away from me. You're an hour and a half away from me. Yeah, an hour. Yeah, you're good then.
Oh, he said he's a little less than an hour from you.
Oh, so that would be not too long then. You're 2 hours away from me though, James. That's what you told me. So.
Yeah, I'm. I am northeast, 2 hours northeast.
Yeah, you because I gave you my stuff a long time ago off air, and you looked it up. It was 2 hours away from me. So I'm gonna let you go because I know you're starving. Because I've already had my lunch and dinner, and
well, I'm not starving, but it's time. It's time to order food. Some of these places they close a little earlier.
Exactly. So I'm gonna let you go and do that so they don't do that. Yeah. So enjoy your dinner, enjoy your lunch, dinner, whatever, and let me know how it goes. And I'll see you soon, my brother.
I'll see you again. Thank you.
Cheers, bud.